Collecting ain't a hobby no more, it's a habit. Welcome to the toy trap fees, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap addict. Toy trap addict, toy trap addict. Yeah, trap be slamming. When I crack that package, fresh paint house got a grown man bragging. Shell gang answer every post in the Maddie. One more pre-order and I'm back at it. Raised on hip hop, promising plasma. I chase where heat like a dope boy trapping. Reno on the mic, bring the pressure, bring the static. The plastic crack fiend got collectors active. Stew in the cup with the facts and the flavor. One drop, one way, got the whole room craving. Call back, cleaning the bubble, too sacred. If it's limited, running my hands gon' take. You can call it obsession, I call it a mission. Stacking on the shelf like a fresh new addiction. Real ones know when the box hit the kitchen. Toy trap on the screen and the crowd start twitching. No more, it's a habit. Welcome to the toy trap fiends, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap addict.
Sixth Element of Hip Hop. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Stew Dog in the building. Hold on, let me
peace.
Make him visible.
What up?
There he is. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the party, pal. All right, we getting it in. We talking MOTU. We talking post-credit scenes. We kicking it with the homies tonight. Looking at the collector aspects and chopping it up. You know, we might get into some spoilers. We will warn you. We'll try to warn you. But yeah, man. Stu, what's up, man? You got it in? You got to see the movie?
Yes, sir. I did.
Ooh, how dope was that shit?
Too good.
Too good. Too good.
You know what? It's a
shout out to my man Zakane in there who said he said it wasn't a great film, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. It wasn't The Godfather. No. It was the most fun a Gen X guy had in years, though. I tell you that. Hold on, man. Let me hit the chat up. Kaz, what up, man? Daredevil in the building. Daredevil, you got the link. Genghis, what up, man? Restarting my computer. See you soon. All right. JV, peace. We spoiler free, I hope. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what. We're mostly going to be kicking it and talking mostly about the post-credit scene and what it means for the future. So not really going to spoiler the the movie too much. But I am going to give you some cuts. But I will warn you before I dive into anything. Black Genghis says no spoilers from me. Then glad you said something. My man seen it twice already. Listen, we waited till Saturday. All right, we didn't do it Thursday when we saw the movie. We didn't do it Friday. We waited till Saturday, gave everybody a chance to see it. At the same time, we can't wait till next week when all the videos are already out and it's old news. So we kind of got to find that balance. We got to kind of ride in between. We've seen it, but it's still a hot topic. So we're going to try to ride that line.
It depends on how many of them have seen it. And if enough of them do see it, then we can always revisit it. We always have a discussion. But you gotta go see it, and we can really talk about it. But today, we can give you a preview, Sixth Element style.
Sixth Element style, toy trap, baby.
And
so I walked into this movie with like expectations firmly in check. Not because I don't love the property, because I love the property, because I grew up with it. And when you've been around this hobby long enough, I think you've seen like too many beloved franchises stumble when Hollywood gets involved. And it kind of happened with this movie back in the 80s. But sometimes they don't understand the source material. Sometimes they're embarrassed by it. Sometimes they try so hard to modernize something that they strip away the thing we love about it. And that's what I was worried about. I think that's what we were all worried about. Master of the Universe had every opportunity to fail in that way and fall into that trap. Instead, it surprised the out of me. So a lot. The easiest way I can describe the movie is that it feels like something finally that, the people in power stopped apologizing for He-Man, stopped acting like it was corny, and just gave us what the heck we wanted. And this is not a movie that spends 2 hours trying to convince you that Eternia is ridiculous. It doesn't spend time, winking at the audience every 5 minutes, as if it's embarrassed by giant green cats. No, bird people and magic swords. But yes, warriors like named Fisto and Ram Man. But it does embrace the madness, though. It does, and that's exactly why it works for me. I think it was insane. JV says, so they respected the source material and gave some fan service.
That's true.
And check. Reno, for some reason, I looked, but I didn't get the link. We will remedy that momentarily. Remedy that.
But you know, Reno, this is actually, they actually gave the fans, real He-Man fans, I mean like true hardcore, I want to dress up as somebody from Masters of the Universe fans, a movie that they are and can be proud to watch and put on their chest and say, yeah, that's a He-Man movie. Because what we got in the 80s was good, but not great. Watchable, but not too watchable. We had complaints. And that was from the people that were the hardcore fans, but they stuck by it. They said, you know what? This is what we got. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to live by that. And they do. They live by that old He-Man movie. They don't talk bad about it, but they will admit that there are flaws. Budget, imagination. Hollywood does their own thing. They do what they want to do. But in this movie, here, they gave you a lot of fan service in this movie here. It was good. Beastman, Ram Man, Triclops. I was shocked when I seen Triclops, and I was like, yo, Triclops. I mean, even the ship that Tila flew was it's called the Talon, and they flew those a lot in the He-Man cartoon. And I believe that you can't have an IP like that, bring it to the big screen without giving it fan service. You can't. He-Man had too much lore that stood out that made it He-Man. The ships, the people, Eternia, all of that, Skeletor, all of that is iconic to the cartoon and the toys. So you gotta give us that. As long as you give us a good story with it, because you can tell any damn story you want with He-Man. It doesn't have to be Adam lost the sword, he went to Earth. It could be anything. As long as you pay some fan service to these characters that make He-Man what it is today. And I, not being a hardcore He-Man fan, but a He-Man fan, I found it good. It was great to watch, man. It really was. It really was a good movie to watch. This is the movie I wish I would have got back in the 80s.
Right. Exactly.
And I got it. Man, I got it now. And I love it. And I just want to say thank you to Sony and Mattel. You made my He-Man movie day. Thank you.
Yes. And let's welcome Daredevil, the MOTU God. What up, man? Welcome to the party.
And here is a He-Man fan right here. Here's a big He-Man fan. Here's the world's biggest He-Man fan. Here is the man that has the power.
There's a lot of them out there, man. We unstoppable, man. This the year, brother, man.
That's true. No, that's true.
38 years for this moment, man. I mean, they keep saying we corny over here in the corner, but we far from we the flies boys on the block. You feel me?
Yeah, no. When I was a kid, Daredevil, there was a friend. I had a friend's name was Justin, and he collected G.I. Joe just like we did, but he was like opposite of us. Like we had a lot of Joes. We had a couple He-Man figures. He on the other hand had massive He-Man figures.
Right.
And he had some Joes. So whenever we as kids, we got the, you know how kids you get the urge to play something. We got the urge to play He-Man. We'd always go to his house because he had it all. He had just about every figure you would think of. He was kind of spoiled. His dad would get him whatever figures he wanted, and he had them all, bro.
I would say I guess I'm kind of spoiled too, man, without even really realizing. Or I mean, I ain't never really like considered or really thought about it or dwelled on it. But I mean, my dad did. I did have like at least doubles of everything that I had when he was buying it for me when I was a kid. So I mean, I even remember having the dinosaurs. If anybody remembers the T-Rex and Bionatops and Turbodactyl and all them, I did have those. And, they were a limited release in the U.S. as well, so that's what made them even more special. So I remember that purple dinosaur. And don't get it twisted. It ain't Barney I'm talking about either.
Nah, it definitely ain't Barney.
Casual Toy Collector, what up?
Yo, what up?
Warpath, what up? Paul Morales, salute.
Paul Morales, what up?
What's up, Paul?
Now, with Snake Mountain, did you ever used to rap in the microphone of Snake Mountain?
Oh, I remember talking in the microphone. I don't know about rapping, but I damn sure started talking. I ain't going front. Hey. So check it. So I've got the Snake Mountain Axle I got now. It actually works still. The microphone actually still works. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo,
Yep.
that's awesome, bro.
That might be a hood special right there, Stu.
Rapping in the
We rapping into the Snake Mountain. We would
dropping
the fuck out of that mountain.
We used to do it.
That was our first karaoke machine. That was our first studio.
Yeah, right on, man. You're damn sure the truth.
That was our first studio.
Yeah, we used to rap in that joint. We used to rap in that joint, man.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man. If I could spit some bars, I would. Guess what just arrived at the door? Hold that thought. Pardon me. Oh, something big, Reno. Something big. You take this too.
We might be in for a treat.
Hot off the GPS truck.
Oh, hot up. Drum roll, please. Yeah, so this Masters Universe movie, I will say I'm very pleased, man. I can't say anything bad about it. Yeah. It was very, very but here's my biggest thing. And as a He-Man nerd, people who aren't He-Man fans and nerds like we are, right?
Right.
When they watch this movie, they'll be able to watch it and know what's going on. And I like that they did that they were able to put the casual person in. Because if you take your wife wasn't in He-Man, your girlfriend wasn't in He-Man.
Yeah.
You know, your significant, and if you're gonna go, well, let's go see He-Man. At least they can watch it and understand it and know what's going on. They might not know who the characters are, but they'll get used to them.
Hey, Daredevil, don't wait for us. We just talking to fill time till you ready.
Yeah. And so I thought it was very I thought it was a very acceptable and jumpinable movie.
No, it comes from a little company called Mondo.
We got the Mondo in.
Yeah, so I was wondering when this joint was going to come, but I figured it had to been this month. I don't know if y'all can read what that says, but what's
it came Mondo Collectibles LLC came right on time.
It ain't Clawful.
It is.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, that's it.
Clawful. Nice.
And they did Man at Arms about a service. Reno, what do you think about Man at Arms? Because in the comics and the cartoon, Man at Arms was full of gadgets. He had a lot of gadgets that were just he had guns, he had gadgets. And I tripped. I'm not even gonna lie. I tripped out when he pulled out his mace. When he pulled his mace out,
when he pulled that club out and started beating Trap Jaw.
Yeah, when he pulled his mace out, I was like, I was like, and then Trap Jaw pulled out his iconic cannon, shot him in the chest. I tripped on that too. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I tripped on that because that's Trap Jaw. Those two weapons alone, I was good. I was like, I'm good the whole movie. This movie's gonna be this is it. We're good.
So much iconography. So listen, y'all, I'm going to show a couple of images real quick. Just some images of some random monsters. No specific monsters. They're not from any specific movie or anything like that. They're just monsters. Just going to show some monsters. So if you don't want to see any monsters, hide your eyes.
Yeah, really.
No names, please. No names, please.
Diva. Can I say Diva?
There you go.
Can I say a henchman? A hench Harris.
Yep.
The one my favorite right here.
The one-eyed.
One-eyed Willie.
Yeah,
and then my other favorite right here. That's my favorite in this particular joint.
My favorite is some green looking tiger or something like that, not to be confused with that guy.
Oh, you mean like that, this guy?
You mean that guy right there?
Yep, that's it.
Something like that. And then you got your favorite and my favorite going at it. Woo!
Oh shit!
And that's appropriate.
We know who won that battle, right?
Oh yes, we do. The green monster. Hey, tell me about this guy now. Is this from '89?
This from '87, the Dolph Lundgren movie.
The Dolph Lundgren movie, right? I call it '89. My bad. '87. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dolph Lundgren movie. The little cameo there. We got this sad bastard here.
We know who that is.
Boss man. Yeah.
Boss man.
Oh, my bad. Oops, sorry.
No names, please.
Force I have it. Yeah, force I have it.
Yo, she's beautiful. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, talk about nailing the source. You know what I'm saying? Nailing the source. Nailing the
And a
source.
lot of the inside jokes were there too. You got to be
Oh,
a fan
yeah.
to get those. Like when He-Man when Adam goes to get the sword, and the guy says, "I don't have a sword, but I do have a staff, a sorcerer's staff." And then guess who shows up next in the next scene?
Right.
Who carries a staff? Tila.
Tila.
And I don't think a lot of people picked up on that. I was like, yo.
Oh, I picked up on it. I wasn't sleeping on nothing.
I was like, yo, my man said he had a staff. Tila's staff. And she didn't have a staff. She had like a cannon. And she didn't have her staff. So I was like, oh, okay. Just like if you get the joke with Superman and the last song that played in Superman movie, Punk Rocker, when him and Lois Lane was talking about music, and he was like, no, it's like, I like punk rock. Oh man, this look like this is gonna be epic. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I gotta get it out. Kind of heavy. Just a little bit.
Take your time. Don't damage anything. Take your
Nah,
time.
definitely not. Hell no. Not with these things cost, my bro. Oh shit, this thing is heavy.
Yo.
What?
Oh
what?
shit! Hold on. Let me bring the screen up before we get into this.
What?
There he is. Look at that bad boy, bruh. Now we didn't get to see him in this joint today in the movie.
Nah.
I think we're gonna see him when we see Merman in the sequel. I think it's gonna be Merman, Clawful, those kind of dudes. We're gonna get definitely like an ocean movie.
We need something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So, but the film spends surprisingly little time on Earth, moves quickly. It doesn't start on Earth either, which was very dope. I appreciated that. Doesn't start there, doesn't end there, and that is a big change for Hollywood. There's just a little snippet, kind of midway in the beginning. You don't even know, bro. I don't even care, and it was cool. It was funny too. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody said. It's like somebody looked at the old He-Man movie and said, "You know what? We got to do different. We got to do better." They did the exact opposite of what that movie was. Like it's like I was like, did somebody's grandfather write, that old He-Man movie, and they came back and wrote this He-Man movie? I mean, I like it.
And Eternia, it feels lived in, it feels important.
Yeah,
It feels like it's been there. It's got some post-apocalyptic vibes. It's, man, unlike many fantasy films that kind of rush through the world building, Master Universe kind of gives time to establish the people, the culture. We see Man at Arms, building up the kids. World building.
That was dope too.
Relationships.
I like that. That was dope too. When he had the kids he was training, I thought that was dope.
Yeah. And one of my biggest fears is that we would spend too much time waiting for Adam to become He-Man. Thankfully, that is not the case. He transforms relatively early in the story, spends a substantial portion of the rest of the film being He-Man, kicking ass, just all that shit, bro. And it may sound like a small thing, but modern franchise filmmaking has developed a very bad habit of delaying the thing that audiences came to see.
Right? Yeah, too damn long.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. We ain't gotta wait till the end, bro. This was the movie, like that. Really, honestly, that I was. This is the He-Man movie I would have made, bro.
Yeah, that's like somebody not letting go of the spliff. You feel me?
Word.
Yeah.
You gotta pass that.
And you do because the movie's not called Adam and Eternia. It's called.
Last time I checked, time don't stop, and we ain't getting any younger. So
exactly. Yeah. If the movie's called He-Man, give me He-Man. If the movie's called Adam and Eternia, then give me Adam and Eternia. But that's not what it's called. It's called He-Man.
Right. Yeah. And then obviously Skeletor steals every scene that he's in. Skeletor going in. I wasn't sure how that would land, being Jared Leto, by the end of the film, though, completely sold. Actually, I was sold immediately as soon as I seen him.
Yeah.
Mr. Roper in the building. What up, man? Shout out to the illest toy photographer in the game. Say, yo, Reno, I just got on IG, accepted your collab request. My bad, got too late. Hey, man, bro, I was just throwing it out there, bro. I appreciate the love, man, the support, man. Good looking out, bro.
Mr. Roper.
Mr. Roper, bro. Go check him out on Instagram, dude. Dude is amazing with the camera, man. But yeah, I wasn't sure how I was gonna land with Skeletor, and this version definitely captures something that many of the adaptations miss. Right, is that Skeletor isn't just evil; he's evil, but he's entertaining. He's theatrical. He's manipulative. He's funny without becoming. He's not a joke. He's never a joke, and he never kicks a joke, but it's funny. It just lands, man, and they captured it, bro. They
like
captured
the part
it.
where,
He's dangerous. He's dangerous.
Like the part where he with Evelyn, like the part where he's burning Evelyn's arm. She, when he got done, she gave him the look like, thank you, sir. May I please have another? Like, like you know how we get down in the dark. That's not you. I was like, yo. I was like, yeah. It's like, am I menacing? Am I? And that's Now, do you have the Wonder Bread mail away He-Man Daredevil?
No, I do not. But that's next on the docket, though. At some point down the road, hopefully, before I die.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are those going for? How much are those worth right now?
Realistically, man, anywhere depending on its condition, between like 800. I'm speaking real. I'm speaking facts. You know, generalized facts, not bullshit. But in reality, but 800 to 1500. But I mean, every now and then you'll see people asking like, you know, $5,000 for him. I got a guy I know that lives here locally. He's got one with a prototype head. It hasn't been confirmed by Mattel or not that it was from them, but it looks legit, looks the part. But like I said, he wants $5,000 for it. I told him straight up it ain't worth $5,000 even with a prototype head. You know, I told him maybe no more than like maybe 1,800, but that's just me, you know. And I've been collecting this shit for half of what these people.
What's your price?
My price?
I said, what's your price? What's your price?
My price would honestly, truthfully, would be like 1,200.
Okay, that sounds fair. That sounds fair. Given the age, given the age, like you said, if it's in good condition, I think that's fair. I really do. Yeah. What about now? Do you have laser powered He-Man or laser?
No, don't have. No, they're pricey too. Depending on, you know, you buy them loose or you buy them. I don't have any of the Power of the Grayskull stuff except for the dinosaurs and Eternia itself, which Eternia is like the main, obviously, pinnacle of the vintage collection. So at least I got that. So I just got to work my way back down a little bit to get the other one.
Well,
I mean, I just ain't never.
This shit was Skeletor was the best part to me though. I mean, who's your favorite character in the movie, Stu?
Triclops, and I like Skeletor. I like the Skeletor. I thought he was cool too.
What about you, Daredevil? Who was your favorite?
Can you pick my favorite? Oh yeah, I can pick a favorite without question. It's Cringer, but if I had to, if you don't mind me saying a villain, it would have definitely had to been Trapjaw.
Yeah, he nailed. Yeah, Trapjaw was definitely the most fleshed out of the villains. Did the most, I think, as far, you know, besides Skeletor. But yeah, him and Beastman had a lot of it. But I agree, Skeletor definitely stole the show.
But
yeah, he's number one.
I don't understand why they did Mechaneck. Because when we were kids, Mechaneck was like a spy. Like, you know, he could stretch his neck and look around.
Right. He was fighting with his neck.
He had the goggles that could see real far. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had him fighting with his neck. I was like, I'll take it.
Well, he's known to be a swordsman, like fighting. He even fought with a club, like similar to like what Man at Arms uses, like his gauntlet mace or whatever he uses. Because he did in the 2002 Mike Young series. So just like Triclops was always known as a swordsman, not just an inventor of evil material, as I should say. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, but I mean, and you know, another thing I want to point out too about this movie, it didn't sanitize. You know, it wasn't like sanitized Saturday morning cartoon. Like dudes got hurt. You seen dudes getting impaled.
People getting stabbed. People getting stabbed and blowed to bits and all kinds of shit. You feel me?
Which gave it a realistic feel, and I like that.
Yeah. I mean, well, look at the. You know, I'm gonna bring it up, and a lot of people gave it a lot of negativity, which I enjoyed the hell out of, which was the Kevin Smith series via Netflix. You know, Revelation and Revolution. So they killed people in that one. So, I mean, people don't like change, man. I'm gonna be real. You know, let's be honest. You know, be real with everybody. I mean, I can understand. I can sympathize, but sometimes change is good,
Yeah.
So,
No, I was worried we was gonna get something like this.
oh no, hell to the no.
Yeah. But no, it felt more like this.
Right. It was all well. If you think about it, if for those that were around at the time, and there's quite a few of us out there still kicking and living, but they drew heavily from the Filmation series. I mean, that was that was Captain Obvious from the start. But they kind of like sprinkled some other stuff in and a bunch of different Easter eggs and shout outs to previous versions of the franchise, and it worked.
It works.
Yeah.
It really does work.
Yeah.
Now, I just wish they would have put Snout Spout in there. Showed him.
Well, I would have loved to obviously seen Panther, so like so
Yeah.
when you get a Battle Cat, you should have a Panther. So
And when
it goes hand
Skeletor, when
in
Battle
hand.
Cat came in and Skeletor was like, I got somebody for you, I thought Panther was coming, but
Yeah, for real, yeah. I was,
Or by on the
man.
top. They could have got by on the tops in there too if you wanted to go to animal.
yeah.
Tops in there.
Yeah.
I used to like Mantisaur. I used to think Mantisaur was cool as hell.
Oh yeah, Hordak's ride.
Yeah, Hordak's right. I thought that was I thought that was real cool.
Speaking of Hordak, so the post-credit scene that we get, the most, I think a lot of post-credit scenes that we're used to have become very cautious. Master of the Universe does the opposite. They're revealing shit. They're revealing
going
shit.
for the juggler.
Yeah, plants a flag, announces where we're going. We see Orko coming into the picture. You know what I'm saying? Adora, She-Ra, Hordak, Etheria. The movie is not hinting at these elements. It openly embraces them. And for a long time, Master Universe fans, I think we felt, and this sequence, it's less like a tease and more like a promise. Things that we know we're missing from this movie, but it's definitely coming, man. And I think, the final stinger.
We're missing what Hollywood gave us a few years back. And I know people hate to say it, but when they gave us Twilight.
Well, I'm glad they just didn't try to cram a lot of too much into a short amount of time, because that can be done, and it does suck when it occurs. But I'm just glad that it just balanced. Everything's balanced about it. It doesn't give you too much of one thing. So from the franchise, so
So Black Genghis, do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think that it depends on how well this movie does box office wise? Because this is only the first weekend. Like this is what, Saturday.
Right.
We still got to get the rest of this weekend, see how the week goes.
Yeah.
If it lands like I think it is, bro, I think this shit's gonna blow up. I think it's gonna be huge. I hope it is. If it is, then I think we definitely get a sequel. If that happens.
Money wise,
I know that. Yeah, I hope it does as good as they can do, man. I mean, really do.
And they might even have expectations for it. So like if it meets their expectations, let's just say they say globally, if it makes 30 million, we're good. We can do a sequel. I mean, we don't know what the execs want money wise, but whatever it is, I think it's gonna hit it. I think it's gonna hit it. Yeah. And I think even when it comes to video, that's gonna be the real test because a lot of people they don't go to the movies, but they want to see it, and they'll wait. You got some hardcore people out there wait, and they'll watch it on video. They'll watch it 1,000,000 times. They'll buy it digitally and all that. And they'll watch it 200 times. But if it's going to be the last good franchise we had that just came out of nowhere like that, it's Twilight. And Hollywood's looking for another Twilight. They are looking for it. They're keeping it a buck. It doesn't matter. Listen, it might be He-Man. He-Man might be the next Twilight. We might get 5 movies out of this.
Well, like a long
chain
of movies.
Like a long chain of movies that all overlap each other and all go together. That's
I'm cool with that. Long as shit.
In Hollywood.
So my question with that would be: is there enough source material to fund 5 whole movies without being or having a filler?
Yeah, sure.
And I don't mean comics. I'm not talking about comics. I'm talking about the toy line.
No.
Oh yeah, no. There's plenty. There's plenty.
Yeah. He even had like over 100 cartoon episodes.
Yeah, 165 episodes to be exact.
Yeah. So you definitely can pull some stuff. and do some
All
things.
right.
Yeah, and then you had the New Adventures line, or the New Adventures TV series, or cartoon, and then you had the Mike Young series. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I think they keep
enough
it to the
sources
'80s,
there.
the '80s cartoon with
Yeah, yeah,
this
but even
franchise.
at that,
But
even at
yeah,
that, it could survive. It could do that many different
Yeah, because
movies and stuff. So
it
that's
just
what
depends on
Hollywood.
how good they do. Yeah.
That's what
Well, but
Hollywood
like
wants.
JB said, my bad,
That's
bro.
what
What's that?
Hollywood. Yeah, that's what Hollywood wants. When we sit down and we really think about it, that's what they want. Look
Yeah.
at Twilight, right? Harry Potter, the Infinity Saga for
Lord of
Avengers,
the
like
Rings.
all the Lord of the Rings, all of these movies, you could put them together and you can watch them. And people still watch them to this day,
Yeah.
but they pull money out of it. They like, listen, how much if we make 4 movies, how much money can we make? It's just all about the money, and if you can make it good enough, where people will go see it, take off work and go see it at midnight, do all kind of crazy stuff, and then you can sell, like Reno said, you can sell a lot of merch, toys, this that. That's what they're looking for, man. Like, if Masters of the Universe takes off the way they want, in my opinion, I think it will, because I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I liked it.
Yeah. Well,
It'll be another
Black
Twilight.
Genghis has a point. He said it's gonna do a lot better internationally. Americans take themselves too seriously for this kind of thing.
Right.
right.
Yeah, I see that.
He's
So I
right.
see that happen a lot, and it's not just
Yeah.
this movie. So
And that's cool. And Hollywood likes that too. Hollywood will make a sequel. Be like, look, this is for the world. This ain't just for Americans. As
Well,
long
let's
as
look
they
at
gonna make some money off it, they're gonna do it.
yeah. Yeah, fact. Every time.
I just know I don't really care about critics, and being honest, and only opinion that truly matters is me. So I mean, I just hope the thing does really good, and I hope we get more, man. So
Oh yeah, dog. It's that I think if you compare something like what's going on, like what happened with Mando and Grogu, I thought
yeah,
Mando and Grogu was phenomenal
I did
because
too.
I understood what it was.
yeah,
I understood
you
that
have
it was an adventure for Mando and Grogu. It was an Indiana Jones in space. It was a George Lucas style, cliffhanger serial. That's what he intended Star Wars to originally be. But people wanted Mando and Grogu to have some sort of moment like Luke coming in, like they did in the show and shit. Like they wanted it to move the franchise forward, give us some look into what the next trilogy is gonna be. Or no, the fucking title was Mandalorian and Grogu.
yep,
That's the title of the movie. It was very true to what it was supposed to be. My
Yep.
point being, though, is that movie got trashed. It got trashed by YouTubers, critics, fans.
yeah,
Like everyone trashed the fuck out of the movie, and then it bombed. Alternatively, fans are loving Masters of the Universe. Critics are loving Masters of the Universe. YouTubers are loving Masters of the Universe. Everyone is praising this movie. So by that, I think the prediction is very, very good that this is going to do very well. At least well enough for a sequel that clearly, based on the post-credit scene, they are planning.
Or you can already film. It might
yeah.
do the Back of the
Yeah,
Future
'cause-
type
yeah,
thing.
'cause-
He might be filming it already.
because Travis Knight's already been on record as saying he's already got the actress who he's gonna pick to play Sheila. So he's already got her already pretty much locked on the lot.
Yes. And the more I sit with the post-credit scene, the more I start to think that the real story is not just like only what's happening in the movie, it's also what is Mattel setting up next, right? And that's what surprised me, because we got used to post-credit scenes just being very vague, barely telling anything. Someone picks up an object, you see a hand, a shadow appears in the distance, you hear a
This
voice.
ain't the MCU.
This ain't
this
that.
ain't the MCU, bro.
Yeah, we're not going to spend the next 3 years arguing about what it means. Okay, Master Universe is not playing that shit. By the time the credits finish rolling, we've seen Orko, we've seen Adora, we've seen She-Ra, we've gotten our first real look at where Hordak fits into the universe.
Yeah, the Fright Zone. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, the Fright Zone. Yeah.
Yes, the Fright Zone. We've seen.
And if anybody realizes that's not the Fright Zone, we come to know that was actual conceptual art from when it was done in the Matty Collector line, which is MOTU Classics. So that's just a little nitpick of history right there. So
okay, yeah, so that was concept. That was concept. That was a concept design. Okay.
Yep.
Dope. And the ending. jumps ahead 6 months after Skeletor's defeat of Castle Grayskull. Then the first thing that hit me wasn't a reveal or an Easter egg. You know, this is how much more familiar everything suddenly feels. Adam looks more close to the version that we remember. Tila is looking closer to the version. And that's what always happens in great sequels, like with these kind of movies. Like the first movie plays it a little safe with the looks and the costumes and the gotta have some shit on Earth, right? The sequel just leans into it.
All in your face, yeah.
I'm seeing that, man. Tila, I mean, you know, even the overall feel of Eternia seems to have shifted. It's almost like the movie kind of spent its entire runtime introducing the modern audience to this world. And then once all the heavy lifting was done, started steering the franchise back towards the classic filmation imagery that, you know, fans have been carrying around in their heads since that 87 Lundgren movie destroyed our day. Even the Joker,
well, not all of us, but
not all of us.
Respect that.
If you were just a casual kid, man, in the 80s, and you heard they were doing a He-Man movie, and all you know is the cartoon, you go into that shit expecting to see the shit from the cartoon, and you go in there and you just waiting and you looking and you're like, who is that? What is that? What the fuck is this? And then, as a little kid, it didn't hit. Older now, when I look back at the movie, it was much better than I thought it was.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. As the He-Man fans, as the hardcore He-Man fans got older, it was like, you know what? It's all right. That's what we got. It aged pretty well.
Skeletor was great.
Like fine wine. Like, I mean, I got my personal reasons for loving the movie without question. You know, it's a classic, but you know, not everybody's is really like it like that. But you know,
so were you? Did you like it because did you like it because you already knew everything and you liked it because it was different, or did you find stuff that maybe we don't know about that was in there?
So. Yeah, it was more me, like personally with my family, you know, not in that realm of what makes it personal to me.
Sentimentality.
Yeah, because my dad wasn't around. You know, my dad had left, and him being my hero, you know, and obviously he's gone now. So, but rest in peace, pops. But you know, it. Sorry, man. I've been high for a while now, but yeah, it's special to me, man. So it reminds me of a time where we didn't have a care in the world. You know, we just being true to who we are. You know, we were just kids. So
yeah, he's right. He's right. Yeah. Our biggest complaint about the movie when I was a kid and we went to the movies to see it was He-Man had a gun. We was like, why He-Man had a gun? Seriously, we was like, why He-Man got a gun? Pull the sword out, He-Man, do your thing. You know, but that was our biggest complaint. You know what I mean? But as we
violence, but that was unfortunate about cartoons back then because you got them. I forgot who it was that was like rating, like search all the cartoons so they wouldn't have no violence in them and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean, to me, it was just like it spent way too much time. It was just on Earth, like it just felt like movies from that time, like and movies from that time did that, and I always hated that about movies at the time, and I always thought, that's just how movies are, and I thought, it would never be any different, and I just, as a kid, just felt it was a hopeless thing, but now and you got Gen Xers now making these movies, and now like we're seeing like, yes, I think this movie was made by some people that felt the same way.
Yeah, for some reason, it ain't never really even come to my mind, being honest, man. Even after all these years since it came out in '87, it never bothered me about them being on Earth and how it was laid out or nothing like that. I mean, everybody's different, of course, their perception of it, which I can respect. But for some reason, it never bothered me. That was something that, I mean, even them adding Gwildor and Karg and Sorod and all them, that didn't bother me. I was just like, wait a minute. I ain't never seen these cats in a toy line, so these must be new, So then I'm automatically thinking, well, if I go to the store, I'm going to find them on the shelf hanging on the peg, and next thing you know, I'm finding a Sorod, hanging on the shelf, So, I mean, thank that movie for that. It did add more money to the brand and kept it going a little bit longer, but it was kind of all for naught, because it came in just at the wrong time, but it stood on its own 2 feet, so. and Mattel really wanted to, have a lot of characters involved, but the technology just wasn't there. So,
Right. Well, I think it just depends on what you intended or what you were expecting going in. If you had an open mind like you did, where you were just willing to see what they're gonna do, and oh man, these are new characters. That was a different way to look at it. For me, I was going in expecting to see characters I knew, disappointed that I didn't. You were just going in open minded, like, oh, this is some more He-Man shit, like, and that's cool, like, and that's a better way to look at it. But for this movie, for the post credits, one of my favorite moments in the ending is the explanation for all those names, those ridiculous names that we've accepted for 40 years without questioning. According to the movie, Adam came up with a lot of them when he was a kid. That's why you have the, kind of childish, basic, simple type names, right? Adam. And the second they said that, I bust out laughing because it made sense. And of course, a 10-year-old would come up with names like Ram Man and Fisto and Mechaneck and He-Man and, Stinkor, Spikor. But it's one of those details that sound silly until you realize, it works. Right. It's kind of like in G.I. Joe Resolute when you find out Cobra Commander was just trying to weed out traitors by being a bumbling idiot and retreating all the time.
Yeah, sound like Skeletor.
No problem with that.
Yes.
Perfect explanation. Go ahead. Yes, that was a good explanation for it. And I like the way they did that. I like the way they put that in there.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no problem with that. I love that. That was great.
But it also pushed the story.
A way to explain it,
and it pushed the storyline along. It actually pushed because Tila made it like, and that's one of the lines that stand out when she found him. It's been 15 years. You're like, damn, where you been the last 15 years? So from he was a little kid and he comes out and he sees these guys. He's like, yo, you're a Fistor. And he's like, no. It's like, well, that's how I had to remember y'all. And he was like, if I would have just forgot y'all, if I would have did that, which is true. We all did that when we were kids. We drew stuff. We'd always try to draw something. And, I'm quite sure all of us got something that we hung on our walls that we drew that we were proud of, that we wanted to remember.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Planning.
And I mean, it was just dope. Like, and the great thing about Adam's secret identity, right? That was another thing. So we've always joked about nobody knows Adam is He-Man. It was even worse than the Superman and Clark Kent. And finally, the movie acknowledges the obvious. Everyone does know.
Everybody knows.
They fucking do know.
But they're going to do it. They do it anyway.
They seen him transform during the final battle. They know exactly who he is.
Yep.
And when he runs off to become He-Man at the end, they're just standing there and they're like, just let him do it. Let him think that fucking we don't know and shit. It was dope.
Yeah, let him do his thing.
Yeah, because in the cartoon, only 3 people knew he was He-Man in the cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Man at Arms, Tila,
no, Man at Arms, Orko, and the Sorceress.
Oh, the Sorceress, not Tila.
Yeah, they were only 3 that knew. There were only 3 that knew that he was He-Man.
3.
But I watched the episode the other day, and He-Man, it was an island. Skeletor was trying to crash into a dam that would have flooded like a village and like
that was like
yeah. So remember he changed into He-Man, and it was funny because when Tila and them got there, he talked to him, then he left, and Adam popped back up, and it was like, where's He-Man? It's like, oh, he had to take care of something. He'll be back. so then he changes back into He-Man. Adam's nowhere to be found, but nobody questions where Adam was. They're like, where's Adam? But they questioned where He-Man was, and then Adam pops up. It was the funniest thing, bro. Like,
oh, I just thought of something else. Right before the credits roll, there's a reference involving the Avionians.
Right.
And most people probably didn't think twice about that because, by that point, the movie's wrapping up. The bigger reveals are coming.
I heard it.
In my brain, I'm thinking Stratos.
Yeah, it was. That is Stratos. That's his whole hood. Yeah,
Stratos, bro.
Yeah, I love Stratos. Stratos is a cosmic being.
Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me the main character who's the leader of the Andrenids?
Hell no.
No.
You the MOTU god. I'm not the MOTU god. You tell me.
I'm just checking y'all stuff. I'm just checking y'all's knowledge, bro.
Zodak.
My He-Man knowledge ends at Filmation.
Zodak.
And only a base knowledge of that.
So it's Buzz Off.
Buzz off. One of my other favorites, man. Killer Bees, Wu-Tang on the Swarm.
I always thought it was Zodak was the leader. I always thought.
No. And a lot of people don't even realize that he's not always been a neutral character, because in the original vintage era, he was a villain.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
And he stayed neutral even through the Mike Young series. So, I mean, they generally just stayed true to. I guess it was his last. Well, no, they even changed his name too, because they dropped the C and added the K. So, but it's still the same guy. We knew who the hell it was. So, but
Now, do you have Thunder Punch? Yeah, Thunder Punch. Yeah.
I think I do. He's going to be in this bottom tub over here. I believe I do. Yeah.
Can we see your shelf, bro? Can we see your shelf?
My favorite was always battle damage. My favorite was always battle damage He-Man. I don't know why, but I
don't know how good the light's going to be in here. Hold up.
What about Terror Claw Skeletor?
No, I ain't got no Terror Claws.
Hey, turn your phone the other sideways.
I like that.
Like if you tilt it the other way, like if you got your phone vertical, turn it horizontal.
Landscape. You mean landscape?
Oh yeah. Oh, wide
landscape.
Yeah.
Landscape mode. Yeah.
That should pop sideways. I'm waiting for it too. I guess it didn't.
Hold on, give me a second. I think this is why. There we go.
There we go.
No Terror Claw Skeletor.
Nah, no Terror Claws, but I got a lot of them. I know that.
Man,
some of them are mixed in from the that's the Revelation Orco.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that's the Revelation Orco. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Yeah. Is that Squeeze? Is it Squeeze? Yeah, Squeeze.
Bird. I remember that bird. I had that bird when I was a little kid.
Yeah, Lee.
I had all of them right there.
Yeah,
I ain't had a purple guy though. No.
You got Too Bad? Is Too Bad in?
Yeah, I got Too Bad. Not in the case, but he's in the tub down here.
Oh, okay. Man, look at
that. I got
the Skeletors.
Yeah, battle damage.
Battle damage Skeletor. Those are my best. Those I like those. Man. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just like
Clawful hiding back there.
Clawful, yep.
Mosquito. The ever elusive Mosquito hiding back there.
Mosquito. Yeah.
Cobra Khan.
You got Stone Dog?
Yeah, I got Stone Dog and Rock On. Yeah.
Oh, there you
go. Rock On, yeah.
Now, what's the most rare, valuable piece you got?
Hey, do you got Battle Bones? You got Battle Bones in there with them? Or no?
No, I don't have Battle Bones, but that's the rarest thing I got. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do right there.
Now, what is that? Tell me what that is.
That's the Eternia playset, the 1986 Eternia playset from the vintage line.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, complete. Yeah,
complete. Nice.
It looks dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, is that rare? Is it valuable because it's rare or because it's big?
Because it's rare. They only made around 4,000 units.
Oh wow.
We're done. Yeah.
That's why I don't know it exists.
Yeah, and the pieces, some of the parts are very brittle, because it's obviously a 35-plus-year-old playset, so near 40 years old. So some of the parts are hard to come by. There's a lot of pieces to the playset, so it makes it hard to kind of piece one together. But there's just certain pieces that you just don't find, like the Viper Tower chains. Even though these are knockoffs, I got an original set that I paid almost $500 for, so I do have them.
Oh no, you lying.
There's a tower gun that sits on the top, and it's supposed to have this little plastic, like brownish colored window for the cannon, and I do have it. So that's usually about anywhere from $200 to $500 piece. It depends on who's ever asking what for it. But the tracks are real brittle. I've got a set of repos on it right now. I've got actually 2 complete sets of the original tracks, and then I've got the repo set. Those came from there's a guy in France that has been making them since about 2005. So I got lucky to get a set from him. And then as far as like Mike Young's, that's probably the rarest thing I have, which is a European carded version of the Snake Armor He-Man, and then the European red carded Zodak. So that's pretty dope to have that. And then of course you gotta have that Cam Clark autograph. So
nice. Wait, Ken Clark?
Cam Clark, the guy who voices Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. And he says
what's he have to do with MOTU? Anything?
Yeah, he voices Prince Adam in the Mike Young animated series and He-Man.
Okay, that's what I didn't know. Okay.
Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Daredevil, don't mind Reno, only a real He-Man fan would know that.
Yeah. Is that Mondo?
Yeah, that's Mondo. That's that Mondo He-Man. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Now you're gonna take that clawful out? What happened?
Yeah. I'm actually. Let me cut him out. Cut the bag. Let me switch this back to normal screen here.
All right.
Flip her around. Here we go.
The collection is dope. Your collection is dope.
Well, thank you, man. But I've got more. But
beautiful.
That's taking me
back. I
back.
got more of it.
It's taking me back.
Yeah.
Especially when I see a whole battle damage Skeletor. I used to love that. I used to love that battle damage. I used to treat him like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Well, I mean, I got some stuff I know Reno would like, and it ain't even related to Masters of the Universe. He'd probably flip his wig if I show him something.
Oh shit!
Let me see his antenna
go like this when you said that. His antenna said.
Hey, now JV said, I wonder if they'll have The Art of He-Man book for the movie.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they will because they've done one pretty much for everything else. So you can bank on that. So it's just however quick you can get to it and get your grubby little hands on it. But that's I don't know if you can see that. Let me fix this. There we go. All right. Anyway, so this is an Annie Granov cover, but I had it printed up and expanded, and that's actually got Lenore Zahn, aka Rogue's autograph. Yeah.
Now that is nice.
I got more. Hold the phone now. Hold the phone. I got that's the last one I got, aka the legendary George Booza's autograph.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
Man, that's
South Carolina. Yeah, that was at the South Carolina Boardwalk Comic Con. I've got Cal Dodd's autograph. I've got Adrian Hogue's autograph. Who else I got in here? Allison Senior Smith's autograph. Nightcrawler's autograph. Bro.
Nice.
You've been busy.
You've been busy. You've been hitting them cons.
Yeah, so Larry Houston. So shout out Joe Fest, Ed Schumacher and Joe Fest. Larry Houston's going to be at Joe Fest. This month, end of the month. So shout out.
We'll be at. I don't know if we're gonna make Joe Fest, but Stu, if one thing we ever do and one thing we don't do, I mean, if it's ever one thing we do, this is what.
Oh yeah, I saw
that. Where's it at? Hold on. Where's my screen at? Hold on. What's happening with my screen?
Where is that?
All right.
What is it? Where is it? Where's it at?
Hold on. Let me get my camera shit. All right, there we go. Bye. Toy Unity Expo, November 7th and 8th. 2 cons, 1 city, Hilton Parsippany, one Hilton Court, Parsippany, New Jersey.
Parsippany.
Savage Crucible, Valiverse.
Oh, there you go.
Legion Con is right, same time.
There was a
shout out to Articulated Ninja. He's a YouTuber that talks about toys, but he's probably one of the bigger YouTubers, toy tubers on YouTube, and he created this con Toy Expo, and so
that's the one
we have to go to.
I wonder if that was the one I seen earlier this year. They had one up in North Jersey, and it was dope. I sent you the video, and they had a lot of Valiverse there, and they were going crazy for it. They go crazy for Valiverse in New Jersey. That's their thing. But
hell, Bobby's been talking about MOTU and doing MOTU reviews of all things that it caught me off guard. I was on his official page too, on his YouTube channel. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was
okay.
Yeah, Valorverse is dope. If he does some Master of the Universe stuff, that's gonna fly off
Well,
the
well, I was gonna say this. As long as I don't have to take an hour to boil it, I'm good.
shelves.
But nah, I'm good. Mondo's good enough for me, man. That's the pinnacle right there.
Now, sadly, I was
Oh,
sadly this was the only comic I had on me. But
hey, nothing wrong with
that's the
that.
man right there. That's the
Yes,
man
sir.
right there. Stan the man,
Yes, sir.
Stan Lee right there.
Yeah,
That's,
and that was actually autographed later in his life too. You can tell by how it's done.
yeah. He was old. He was old. And then I got the Hama.
Yep. Yeah, I got a Hummer. Got a couple of Hummers actually.
Hama. Hey, Prophet,
Got
I
a
don't know
couple.
if you got the link, bro. I don't know what's going on with the link.
I got a couple of Mark Pendleton. Mark, if that's not butchering his damn name. I'm a redneck, but yeah.
The only one I got signed is Alex Ross. Alex Ross.
Nice.
I've had quite a few signatures. I even had Stan the Man's autograph on a Venom comic.
Nice.
I don't own it no more, but you know. Damn, look like they stepped on this shit. Uh-oh.
That's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one I got. I got an Alex Ross signed, and I think I got another. I got like 2 more signature comics. I got to get them slabbed. I really do. I got to get them slabbed.
Well, so
and they're actually absolute Batman. One's an absolute Batman.
So the credits, so the post-credit scene, definitely answering all the questions about what's going on next. Kind of looping the convo back to the topic. Not only is Orko there, but he's introduced through a callback that, you know, OG fans will recognize immediately. The scene is very reminiscent of the educational segments that you used to see at the end of the classic Filmation episodes, the public service, public service announcements. You know what I'm saying? And you know they referenced that, so that was interesting. But it wasn't necessarily just the callback that was interesting. It was what happened after. Because so as the credits continue, Orko keeps showing up alongside the heroes. He's standing with them, walking with them, appearing as part of the group. And so the implication seems during the 6 months between Skeletor's defeat at the ending of the movie, Orko has already become part of the group. So they're letting you know he's going to be blended right. In other words, sequel's not going to be, oh, we're meeting Orko and we have to go through that whole origin. No bullshit origins, fucking jumping right into it. And that's a great thing you can discern from what we see from the post-credit scene. And you know, it tells me that his absence from the main story was probably intentional, was definitely intentional. Honestly, you know, and it's probably the right call because I think everything about this movie already had to introduce Eternia, Grayskull, He-Man, Skeletor, Tila, Duncan, Battlecat, the Power Sword, the mythology, the history, the politics, the
but
magic.
it was drawing people, drawing more people in at the same time because it was making you wonder if is he going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. That too. And then also you have like the factor of what Black Genghis mentioned about Americans taking things too seriously and not wanting to go too far overboard as if that would have been. But you know, they probably had to choose their, because also the whole thing with like Merman and Clawful and characters that live in the ocean, that would have been a whole other segment that would have taken away from the story. So it's very smart that they did it the way they did it. And like Stu said, you know, if they want to go full Twilight with it and have a quintilogy or 5 or whatever that'd be, you know, they have the leeway now. They've got the room to go, and there's so much more to do. Not only Sheila and Hordak, all the other He-Man characters, and so it's very, very, very inspiring, or very So holding him back to the credits is smart.
And they want it, Reno. Because you gotta think we haven't had a trilogy or quintrilogy or quad trilogy since.
Well, not only that, Orko never appeared in the '87 movie, and everybody wanted him there, so they put Keldor.
I think that little
Keldor.
Daredevil. Yeah, I think that little guy with the key thing took his place.
Yeah,
I
that's
think he was.
Keldor. That's bootleg
Keldor,
Gimli.
yeah.
Bootleg
Yeah.
Gimli. That's right.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
I love Gwildor those, but you know that's just me.
Nah,
I
Gwildor's
like
fun.
that.
That
And
I like that
Gwildor
little key
aged
thing.
well.
I like
When
that
I
little
look back,
key
it's
thing he had.
Gwildor.
I like that little
Yeah.
key thing he had. I like that. I thought that was
Yeah,
cool.
the cosmic
Key.
key.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cosmic key. I
Key,
thought
right.
that was cool as hell. Yeah.
Now the question is, if we do get a sequel, how long are we gonna have to wait for it? And Casual Toy Collector
really.
slides in with a
Somebody
3 to
said
4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least a couple.
Casual said, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
And in the meantime, don't hold your breath.
Right.
he's
you
right,
might not
because by the time we first hear about it, it'll probably be 2 years.
Woo.
We probably won't hear about it for a year. So I'd say 3 at the most.
What? Damn, this guy's heavy.
Oh, you got it? Oh, I can't see.
Hold on a minute. I'm getting the
Oh,
plastic
okay.
and shit off of him right now. Hold on.
Oh, okay. You want the big reveal to be big.
Yeah.
He wants it to be a big reveal.
Yeah.
And that's
Like
cool.
yeah, like Skeletor said, man, it's got to be a crescendo. That's what I was working on.
The crescendo. That shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that
He-
was
Word. He
Yeah, he
was
got
like, motherfucker, don't y'all see me with my fist in the air? This is supposed to be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, that was,
Why are we
that was
standing
funny.
around looking dumb?
yeah, that was a funny
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
Rock out with your cock out.
Yeah. Now, do you have any Daredevil? Do you have any of the collector's cases?
Oh, yes, I do.
You got the jumbo joint or no? Or
Yeah.
or just-
No, I don't have the yellow jumbo one, but I do have the OG red one. I do have the OG red one, so I got something.
He got something on.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
Batman
no,
2 took
no, you got something.
6 years.
Yeah, it did. What about Ninja?
89?
No, I don't have a vintage Ninja. He's like he come out in that very last line, so I need him and Randor, King Randor, and
Multi-bot.
Scareglow.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-butt, yeah, and then
How many
blast
martial
attack.
arts? How many martial arts characters are there? I know there's Jitsu and there's Ninja.
As far as I know, as far as I remember and recall, those are the only two.
Yeah, those are only two.
Only
Yeah,
two.
Jitsu. Yeah, they are the only two. Yeah.
And can anybody tell me what Jitsu came originally packed? He was part of a combo pack. Can anybody tell me what was in that what was the other part of that combo pack that he came with, or what came with him?
Oh.
I only remember he had the armor and the sword. He had like an orange sword and he had the armor. The 2 pieces.
Right.
That's all I remember. I
He
don't
had
remember
an orange sword, and he had his gold chopping hand.
The gold hand, yeah.
that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you have King Hiss?
Yeah. Yes, I have King Hit. I have all the Snake Man, including Snake Face.
Okay. I thought they was cool.
Yeah, I love
Snake
it.
Men are dope.
Yeah.
But that's another whole movie.
Yep.
The Snake
Exactly.
Man. And another thing is the Great Wars. Like people don't even know. The Eternia we see is a post apocalyptic world. Like there was already a civilization, a huge, and they had great wars. You know what I mean, all that shit. So if you really go back, because I've done a little bit of research, you know, I wasn't privy to this. I'm not fronting like I was all into this, but I've done some research, and there's a lot of deep shit going on, especially the comic tie-ins and shit.
Yeah, it's a very convoluted. It's got a very convoluted history from the very beginning until this very moment we're talking right now.
What about Modulok? You got Modulok?
Yeah, I've got Modulok. Yep, got Modulok.
Now, do you have a Grizzlor with all the hair?
Yes, I have 2 of those.
Get out.
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
And Mossman, do you have Mossman with the fur?
Yep, got a Moss Man. But he don't have all his fur, but he's
I was getting ready to say that.
Here.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say because we were a kid that started wearing off.
Oh yeah, got sticky over the years. You didn't want to definitely keep him in a hot place. But that's not any of the figures. Like if you had them in an attic, bro, and you didn't have them in a case or something, they wouldn't last. They'd melt.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's anything. They would die. You know, that's why they got yellow chests and, you know, stuff like that, black around the tops of the legs and tops of the shoulder blades. And just that's just, you know, that's come to what we've come to know over the years, you know.
As you know,
Especially if you could tell. Yeah.
They weren't made like they are now to last. Like
No.
they weren't made to last forever. Like the
All
ones
right,
we get
y'all.
now.
But
I'm ready to get into this next section now.
all right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This shit here. Hold on. Let me get some visual aids.
My bad on the delay. I'm having to do some serious surgery here.
Oh no, you're good, bro. Take your time.
You
Take your
got
time.
time.
You got plenty of time because I'm gonna get into this next shit right here. So, we see Orko, right, and that was great, and you know that's the reveal. You know, everybody walked out talking about, but the conversation changes completely the second Adora appears, and that's Adora, Princess Adora.
Not Force Captain Adora, but she has been gone by that name. Yes.
Yeah, and she becomes She-Ra.
So the animation, because you know what, I watch. Listen, I'll be watching. I'm tripping because I watch it in the morning sometimes when I come home from work, and I'll watch and they'll show an episode of She-Ra. The animation when she changed into She-Ra was dope. You know, with the sparkles came down and the way that had the way, it was dope. It was dope in the Adams. I'm not gonna lie. And I just noticed that as an adult. When I was a kid, I didn't really notice it like that. The animation, that was ahead of its time when they did
Oh
that.
yeah, they did a lot of rotoscoping like Disney used to do. And they used to use real live actors and stuff like that, and then they were, draw over their likeness and stuff.
Yeah, because to do that, it did look like something out of Disney movie. The way she changed, the way the sparkles came down and everything just wrapped around it. I was like, yo, look at this. Like, like she had it going on. Now, I always thought the dude, what was the name of the guy that was always with her? Had the white with the mustache. He had yellow hair. Oh, what was his name? I think he had a shield. But
are you talking about Bo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bo with the heart on his chest. Yeah.
Yes. He was always like her love interest.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot. I mean, I know a good little bit about She-Ra, man, but that wasn't my jam. You know what I'm saying? But I know a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna let you on a secret that I started watching when I got older. I wasn't really
Me
into
too.
it.
I didn't.
I wasn't really into it. But when I got older, I sat up and watched because thanks to YouTube, I sat up and watched I could say a majority of those. And I was like, yo, She-Ra was actually kind of dope. I was like, it was all right. The animation for the time, solid, super solid, and ahead of its time. And
So
way
check
ahead.
this out. She-Ra is not no bullshit. They want $800.
Yeah.
I can believe it. I can definitely believe it. Damn.
800.
Somebody got it propped up on the castle and everything. Damn.
Or 800. Man, what up, man?
That's the
KJ
original.
in the building.
That's the original from the 80s She-Ra. Is that the original toy from the 80s?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Daredevil can tell us. KJ, what up, man? Welcome, Black Genghis, to the show.
Yeah, that's based off her vintage.
Yeah, Genghis, what's
That's
up?
based off her vintage style, vintage look.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? I know you want to chime in and kick it with this after credit scene.
Yeah, you really couldn't talk about a lot last time you was here.
No, man, I've been chilling. I've been here with my Dragon Clamp, my Kit Bash, Champ Clamp, and Ninjor. You know you have black ninjas out there, man. Shout out to my man Julie, Enter the Dragon. Look.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy.
He got the glow.
You got the glow.
Yep.
You know,
Sure enough.
listen, man. You know I got respect for y'all because I didn't spoil the shit out of this movie. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I've been patiently waiting, like 50. All right, I didn't.
It's time.
I didn't this for y'all.
Hey, man, listen. Yeah, well, I'm the type, man, Genghis, you can't spoil it for me. Me personally, I like to hear what people got to say, and then I like to go watch, and then compare. That's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. I love that.
I saw it the second time,
Uh-huh.
and it's even better. It's even better because then you start seeing like the Easter eggs and whatnot,
Yep.
and the flow is a lot better. So it's like you see how each
Yeah, it
piece
does. I agree with that. Yeah.
plays to it.
Yeah. I felt that way about the last Superman movie. I saw
Okay,
it
yeah.
twice. Yeah, I saw it twice. And the second time I saw it, I enjoyed it even more than I did the first time.
Let's see that claw.
Oh yeah.
I know you got that
There you
claw.
go.
You got the Mondo claw.
Mondo, man. That's like
Ooh,
getting the
yeah.
new Crispy J's.
Ah, that's the Crispy
Yeah.
J's right there. Crispy J's of toys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you don't realize how heavy and how like bulky this guy is, man. He's humongous.
Man.
I mean, he's top heavy as hell, man. But he's a work of art.
A work of art.
Yeah, and
That's
he's got the little creatures because comes
Oh,
with the time
wow.
the little time to disjoint. I still gotta get him out the wrapper, but got his other two portraits that he comes with. He's got his
Those are
2000X look too, but I like the one he's got on. He's got that roaring face on right now, so I dig that one. That's more of his cartoony look one.
Okay. Oh yeah, I like
I
that.
got
I like that. I like that.
Take him out the plastic and whatever, but there's another one of his little
Little fish
buddies.
guys and stuff.
Yeah, and here's the base right here, and it's got his cousin coming out the.
Oh shit.
Those are always
coming
great.
out
Those
the-
are worth getting the timed edition for.
Oh yeah,
Right.
most definitely. Yeah, it's worth the money, and it's not like you're spending an arm and a leg to get them either. I mean, it's only like an average about $15 to $20 extra. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm all for it, man. So I'm waiting for that Skeletor to come in, bro. That's what I'm waiting on for real.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the 2000X. Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
come on and show us
2008.
that when you get it. You got to show us. You
Oh,
get
yeah.
that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's worth
Sure.
getting. It's worth getting. I think you guys. I'm waiting on mine. I pre-ordered mine from Entertainment Earth. A He-Man 2000X and Skeletor 2000X. So,
Yeah.
like my man said, Reno about the Warrior Ball and Chain from Frank Frazetta and whatnot.
Yep.
If you spend the money on quality, you won't be disappointed.
Yep.
If you go to the steakhouse, you dressed up, got on your crispy shoes and everything, you got your lady with
Yep.
you, get the dessert. You already
That's
got the
right.
steak, get the dessert.
Yep.
You
Might
got
as
to
well.
get
Yeah.
the dessert. You
gotta
got to
have the whole 9
gotta
yards.
get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
go big
Yeah.
or go home. Shit.
Exactly.
Now how excited would y'all be if they came out with a clamp champ?
I don't know if they will. Yeah.
I don't know, but I've never really been a fan of the clamp. But I mean, I am aware of the clamp. But
Oh, we're big fans of the clamp around here.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now, KJ, concerning that like merman conversation, you think they're
Yeah.
holding guys like Clawful and Merman for like a sequel?
They got to,
Oh, yeah.
because if you
Most
do
definitely,
too
yeah.
much, yeah. So okay,
Right.
so here's a fine example. Y'all remember Dick Tracy from 1990?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Soundtrack and all that stuff?
Yep.
They only did one of those, man, and because they damn near blasted everybody in the movie.
Yeah.
Like
that's
Right.
And there.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
dude, Warren
was,
Beatty's like, I'm
that
only
was-
making one of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That was
So-
crazy, man.
So if you have something with teeth, with stakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we're talking spoilers now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
They already got a bit of your dude Trap Jaw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The card took one. They brought card back just so he could take one to the chest.
Right.
You know
Yes.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It ain't safe on Eternia. It ain't safe.
Oh, hell no.
It ain't. It definitely ain't.
Even
It
during the
definitely ain't.
daylight. Even during the daylight hours, it's not safe. Shit.
Yeah, you better
Yeah.
bring your blaster. You better bring your
It's like-
blaster.
Yeah.
I'm Blade. I'm the dangerous swordsman on Eternia, and I will serve Lord Skeletor. Clap. Probably get you get stabbed by
Early.
man at arms or something like that, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna take their time with it. You know, like they like you got Fist on Ram Man, that's sure, but we'll get Cyclone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get a lot of your favorites. We'll probably get Clamp Champ and Snout Spout. Snout Spout's gonna cost money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say be patient. I think, like I said, I think worldwide's gonna do it. Like this movie will definitely make more than 100
yeah.
mil.
Well, we
On
get
Yeah,
the
it's
Faker.
gonna make it.
Well, we
yeah,
get
it's gonna
Faker and
make it money
Extender.
back.
We get Faker and Extender because that's a
Yeah.
you can make a good story out of that. Out of them too.
And don't forget the She-Ra characters too. You know, like She-Ra's got
Yeah.
other characters on there that they'll bring in as well. So, Secret of the Sword. they're basically just going to make that. They're basically like that's part 2. They already know what they're going to do for part 2.
That would be dope.
Yeah, exactly. And
her origin to becoming, what ended up happening to her, from the time she was born till now. So we all know how that happened.
It's interesting because you can do 2 things, and then I'll go ahead and let the homies take it. You can either just do it like just boom, you're already in there in the thick of the middle of it, right? In media res. And then maybe they'll do flashbacks, like that kind of stuff. Because she already got the sword. She already made the transformation, right? But it had been that 6 months. So I'm thinking it had been that 6 months of a reason, because in those 6 months, She-Ra had her movie. And you can either go back and like see that, because she has her own journey of discovery, leaving the Horde, all that stuff, right? And becoming a hero again.
Yeah.
And then Adam has to figure out, oh, I had a twin sister, Adora. I didn't know about this. Or like, why, mother? Why didn't you tell me? Blah blah, that kind of thing, right? There's a lot of things they can do with it, and they played the emotions for real, right? My homies, spoiler alert, we're spoiling this now. King Randor scene in Snake Mountain. My dude was tearing up, right? Because he lost his old man. Like this stuff is real. Like the emotions are real. Like. This is more than hobbies. This is more than a community. Like we're bringing a lot of ourselves into this. That's what people don't really get. You collect toys, man. Shut the fuck up. This is more than toys, man. You don't know what you're talking about. You're about to piss me off, is what you're about to do. Like you gotta be chill about that when people don't understand it. You need movies like this. You needed the Netflix Kevin Smith series like this. We needed the 2000X series. Like that was 9/11 that just happened. Everybody's bummed out. That thing dropped on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, right when we needed it. He-Man always seems to come back when we need it, and we need it. We need something with hope, with sincerity, with earnestness. I can't remember the last time I said the word earnestness. Like that's how lacking it is, right?
But I felt you though.
Yeah. Y'all about to talk me into seeing this a 3rd time tonight. I had plans. I was like, you know what? I got A-list, man. Let me just go ahead and just pop it in there, man.
I'm definitely going back for number 2.
Oh yeah, I'm going back for number 3 too. So,
I'll be the only. I'm going on Tuesday. Okay, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, matinee.
The moment that struck me, man, when you see Adora standing there with the sword of protection and she's looking over what appears to be Hordak's territory, you're seeing them now moving away from Grayskull and Eternia. That opens up Etheria. The sequel potential for this movie is insane. Like not just sequel, but trilogy, or like Stu said, 5 movies.
Yeah, Twilight.
Everybody's focused on She-Ra.
I think it's Twilight.
Yeah,
bro. Because you can't people. Yeah, we make fun of Twilight. We all do, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. We all seen it, and we all watched them all. And it made a lot of money.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen every one of those kids.
It made a lot of money, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. You name me one person that complained about it. They watched it. The only thing they complained about is like, oh, these teenage girls are running all to see Twilight. But guess what?
That's
they spent their money.
It's soap operas.
They spent their money.
If your aunties had the soap operas on, you're like, man, what y'all doing? Next thing you know, you're sitting down watching.
You in there watching it, yeah.
You watching it.
Yeah, you like, wait a minute, what's gonna happen next? They bringing out the werewolves? Like that's what this movie's gonna do. What? They doing She-Ra? What? People gonna be like, yo, Hordak, yo. Skeletor, Hordak get a battle? What? Like, listen, we're going for it, man. Like, go for it. Make it good. We haven't had a trilogy.
Yeah.
And since 2020, 2019, 2018? Since the teens. We're in the 2020 decade. We haven't had a good trilogy.
What's the last good trilogy?
Sequel. Since not in the 2020s. We haven't had one in the 2020s. Name one.
I don't know.
No, because you got. I mean, the thing is, the pandemic screwed everything up.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I did like the what was it? I don't forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, I'll think of it in a second. But there's a couple.
That's MML. That's called MML.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like everything's. Oh, my bad, Daredevil. Hold on. Everything's on the streaming. Everything's streaming now. So it's not about the trilogy of movies. It's about the season of television. It's Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or it's Wonder Man.
I was thinking about Jurassic World.
Right.
It's about TV shows, but that's what the millennials. That's what they were into. But like you said,
Wonder Man was great.
The pandemic pushed us to a lot of streaming because that's all we had. Yeah,
That's
you
what was in the
hear
movie
stories.
theater.
Yeah, you hear
It
stories
made
about
streaming. It made streaming the premier format. I think.
format. It did.
Well,
Because you hear people talk about that. Yeah.
They act like physical media is going to go away, but that's a joke in itself because it's never going to go away. I mean, I'm always going to.
Well, the thing is this: I'm from a big family, and I got a lot of like the OGs, the baby boomer generation, or like my older Gen X, like the beginnings of Gen X, right?
Yeah.
So basically, like I don't do the Plex thing. I go ahead, I have my own digital library. So when something comes out, Project Hail Mary or Avatar 3 or whatever, I just get it. I let them know, it's like, yo, what's up on there, right? And the reason I do it that way, I never really trusted the Plex. I never really trusted the Fire Stick. It's like, y'all keep doing that. Listen, man, I remember my uncles used to bootleg the VHS. I remember how we get Die Hard with the Vengeance this fast.
Yep.
How we get
Black Genghis, if I showed you my collection, you might pass out. You might pass out.
I'm just saying,
whatever you got on
but no. Let my dude talk. It's all good, man. I like the energy. I like my energy. I like the energy. I love the energy.
I don't trust it. I'm like you. I don't trust the digital stuff. I got it, but I don't trust it. But I keep it. Actually, I keep a physical copy of all that. I'll be like, look,
get it. Get the 4K Steelbooks. When this comes out, Masters of the Universe, I'm getting that 4K. You know they're gonna make it look like Castle Grayskull.
I'm definitely getting that. That's going in my collection. It's definitely
case.
Yeah, they've got it on. You can pre-order it right now on Amazon.
I bet you they're gonna make it fold out. They're gonna make it fold out just like the play set.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope, right? And they're gonna do a Snake Mountain one too. If they do that, but I have to get more than one.
Yeah, I'll be into that. I definitely be into that.
It's fun, man. We do this for fun, and I think people need to rediscover that. When I went to go see Michael, they were playing Human Nature and Dolby Atmos. It never sounded so good. People were discovering the music and discovering all that at once. I wanted to go see Mortal Kombat. Homegirl, y'all see Mortal Kombat too? I don't want to spoil it. Okay, good. Okay, fine. So Homegirl split dude's brains open. Like the fans were supposed to be a joke. It's like, I'm about to cut up on your brains. Right? Flawless victory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're bringing it back, but that's what it's going to take. Like Reno, what you were saying with Mando and Grogu. People need to chill. All this bitching. They made an ecosystem over it.
You know what didn't make sense to me? You know what didn't make sense to me about Mando and Grogu? People kept saying, "Oh, it's like a 2-hour episode of The Mandalorian." Dude, it made sense. It is an episode of The Mandalorian in movie format, like with all the lights and sounds, and like that's what it was. But
the Star Wars movies are called episodes.
Episode.
They're called episode, right? So I don't know what everybody's complaining for. Nerd nitpicking it when
people like to complain. People like to complain.
They do. I say that to Reno all the time. I tell Reno, so they just need something to complain about.
Gratitude is everything.
Yeah.
When you have no gratitude, when you're in an ingrate, you're right. Ingratitude, it's addictive. It's hard to shake. You're not looking to see what's the good in something. How dope are these J's? How dope is that clawful? How dope is this and that? You're looking for the nitpicks. You're looking for the shit that's wrong with it. Ain't nothing perfect. You want to find something wrong with something, you're gonna find it. But that's you. True. That's the wolf you're feeding, and you're gonna have to live with that.
That's true.
You can be happier. People choose not to be happy. I don't know why.
Well, gang, as I said it a few years ago, I said, Reno, you know what? I'm tired of everybody nitpicking everything. I'm gonna either like it or I'm not, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I've been like that ever since.
I got too much shit that I like. I'm surrounded by the shit that I like. I don't have time for nothing else, man. Look at this. I don't have time for nothing else.
Look at that.
I'm not gonna wait on Mahershala. You know?
Mahershala.
I ain't gonna wait on Mahershala. I do what I like. I do what I like right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to bitch. I don't have time to complain.
Who made that?
Let me see what you got. Let me see that. Oh, that's a Pythona. I like
that. Is that a Mezco?
No. This is Cobra Island Roadblock with the vest from Anthanatos Workshop, and the gun came from Jay's Armory, and I added a Mezco effect. The blast effect is Mezco, yes.
Nice.
That's dope.
And the sword is from Diamond Select, Marvel Select.
The head looks like the Marvel Legends.
It is Marvel Legends. This is from the Mindless ones.
Yeah, that's dope.
This is from making the Mindless One wave. And the coat is from GPS Lot. My dude, Tony Figs from Circle of Jerks. Welcome to the territory. He's one
blade
of
is clean. That blade is clean.
Thank you very much.
Matter of fact, that blade is hard. That blade is hard. Like that's hard.
I don't have time to complain. Life is short, man. Life is short. I'm only on this earth for a limit. I'm blessed to be on this earth for a limited amount of time. That's all of us. I ain't got time to whistle complaining.
Listen, Genghis,
I do what I like.
My only
I
complaint
see
is
that
I ain't
about
got a
you,
blade
man.
just like that. That's my only complaint.
Make one.
I ain't
I
got
made
no
one. Make
blade
one.
just like that.
Make
Man,
one.
Now,
Make one.
Make one.
I might have to do it.
Now, what you got, Stu? You got the Python?
Yeah,
Was
yeah. I
you
was holding
you
it
just
like
got
that.
it?
Boop, bang. Nah, I had it. I just never took it out the box. You know,
Oh, okay.
I like the packaging, bro. Like it's like
That's John
foil.
Jang. That's
You know what I
Jang,
mean?
bro.
I
You know
know,
who?
Jang.
You know who I want to play
man.
Pythona? I want
I
Haley
know.
Steinfeld to play Pythona.
Look at that. And if I take it out of this
Yeah,
box, since
that
I
would
don't
be
care
that's
about
a
boxes,
casting right
yeah,
there.
if I take it out this box, and I like this box. I'm not even gonna lie. Just like I never
Dude,
took Chuckles out the box
here's what
because
you
I
do.
like the
Here's what you
Chuckles.
do.
I
Take an
like the
I hear you.
Chuckles.
exacto knife. Take an exacto
Hmm
knife or a box cutter. Don't cut yourself. Don't cut yourself with it. Take a box cutter and just cut the bottom. Just cut the bottom out. Slide that out from the bottom.
I'll think
Slide
about it.
that out from the bottom. Don't cut yourself.
Yeah,
Slide
man.
it
Let's
out
think
from the
about it.
bottom.
Yeah, man.
Let's
Richard's
think.
Art, man. What up, man? Welcome. He said, "What up, gents?
But I'm
Just
gonna take
found
her out.
you. Love your
But Genghis, I'm
interactions
gonna
and
take her out
educated
eventually.
as
I'm gonna
well.
take her out
Affectionate love
eventually.
for the franchise.
Yeah, I'm gonna take her out
Love
eventually.
and aloha." So, Richard's Art, are you from Hawaii? He said, "Aloha." Shout out to Richard's Art, man. You gonna take her out, Stu? You gonna take her out of the box?
I'm gonna take her out. Yeah, I'm gonna take her out eventually. I even bought these. Check it. I bought these. Where are they? Yeah. Okay, so check this out. I bought these foot peg stands that will fit any character, and you can pose them
Oh yeah,
any way you want.
those are dope.
I showed them off when I first got them. I want to put her on knees because remember in the cartoon she was always in the action pose. She was running, she was
Yeah.
throwing the bugs, and I want to pose her something like these guys on the front here, and I want her to be able to stand up and not fall. Like
You hear the music
so,
when you see her.
yeah, that's exactly what I hear. So that's why I bought
Whatever,
these. I
man.
bought these 9-pack foot stands. Like these are peg free, and they have these little. If you can, I don't know if you can see it, but you put them in, put the foot in here, you slide the foot in, and there's a little piece that goes in the back, and it holds the foot. So you can put them on 1 foot, 2 foot, and they have these raised stands you can put them on too as well. So I bought those too. So I plan on putting that on and put her in like the ultra pose I can put her in, and
Yeah,
that's my plan for her. So if you can,
plan.
get
Sound
some.
like a plan. Sound like a
Hey,
plan.
I'm planning it because I'm definitely. We were kids. We didn't get Python. They never. I don't think they
All right,
came out with
said,
a Python when we were kids.
I was directly referring to MOTU. Let me see what he said. Hold on, man. He said, "What up, gents? Just
Yes.
found you. Love your interactions and educated as well. Affectionate love for the franchise." Talking about MOTU. Okay, because you're 5 minutes behind me. That's what's up, man.
I wish I actually had.
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
So She-Ra, so we see She-Ra, right? That's one of. So again, I just hit like 4 reveals. Okay, 4 big reveals in this post-credit scene. So then we see She-Ra. But when you take a step back and look at what they're setting up here, you see Skeletor is going to be a massive threat again, but he's still largely tied to Eternia. Hordak will change the scale of the conflict because the second you introduce him, you're introducing that whole other world, the whole other army, all these other characters, the whole mythology, this whole other side of the franchise, and casual audiences really haven't been exposed to any of that yet. And that's why I think Hordak might be the real bigger reveal inside the She-Ra reveal. And it's like our first video about this movie was what? Hordak is coming. Because we knew.
Oh yeah, he's always a precursor to come later. He always does. It's just a matter of time.
I'm calling it right now. Keith David.
Yeah, because they did him in the Revolution series, and they couldn't have picked anybody better to do the voice for Hordak, as of this generation anyway.
And based on what I've seen with this movie, I think these filmmakers and whoever is involved would be the type to understand a cut like that and put it in. I can see that happening. Yeah. Keith David. Yeah,
that would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be dope. I would.
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd.
Rest in peace, Tony Todd.
Tony Todd. Yeah, man.
Because he was Scareglow, so they couldn't have picked anybody better to play Scareglow.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that caught my attention is how much this appears to kind of change from Secret of the Sword. Not in a bad way, but like the original Filmation version had a lot of retroactive storytelling because like Adora didn't exist when He-Man was first created. So they had to explain it like, you know what I'm saying? She was added later. The mythology sort of had to bend around that reality. And that classic story kind of tells us like Adam and Adora are twins. Hordak kidnaps her as a baby, takes her to Etheria, raises her under his control until the events of the Secret Sword bring it all together. and the movie kind of like it seems to be, keeping the core idea but adjusting some of the details around it, to and honestly, it shouldn't surprise us because the first film already changed some portions of Adam's history, right? Nobody expected a scene for scene recreation of Filmation continuity. I didn't expect that. And I think what matters, whether the heart of the story remains intact, though, so far, like it looks like it does. And Adora is still separated from her family. Hordak still appears to be connected to her story, obviously. Etheria is still part of it. Sort of protection still exists. So all the foundation points are there. And I think it's dope to trying to figure out how long this has been happening behind the scenes. And if you think about like Queen Marlena believes Adora's alive, something had to give her hope. Somebody had to know something. So when you start looking at the sorceress and how little, she actually appears throughout portions of the movie, the more I thought about it, the more I started wondering if like the film is kind of implying that the sorceress has been working on Adora's side, this whole time and has known about her and kind of they're going to make that the bridge.
Mm.
It also explains why Randor was so hard on Adam.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. He was very hard on Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and maybe she already knew Adora was there. What'd you say, bro?
It's like every iteration of their relationship between Adam and his father has never actually been that way, so he's never actually gone negative at him at any point. So that's definitely, a spin on it.
Keeping it legit. Richard said, "Where are you guys based out of?" I'm in Kentucky now. Oh, we all over
Georgia.
KJ's in LA, Stu's in New Jersey. I am currently residing in Virginia by way of New York. And what'd you say, Daredevil?
Georgia.
So we all over the place, man. We a eclectic crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I think maybe, while Adam was discovering his destiny, Adora was like unknowingly, part of that story. And it'll be cool to see how they put that together. And I might be reading too much into it, but it would explain a few things. Definitely explains why the filmmakers seem so confident about where it's going. Like they already seem to have it planned out. I think it's probably already written. You don't reveal Adora, Etheria, Hordak, She-Ra in the same sequence unless you have a clear picture of what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
That's why I think the sequel is like clearly planned out.
Now, are they gonna make Skeletor and Hordak enemies? Because in the cartoon, Skeletor has boldly said that he hates and can't stand Hordak. I just watched that episode the other day.
What do you think, Daredevil?
Always been his mentor,
Right.
so everybody knows that. So how are they gonna? What role or like what angle are they gonna come at? Because that would probably be what Stu said would probably be where they would come at because they've already touched on, the whole with him being his mentor at least a couple of times already. So, but you never know. It's hard to say how which angle they're going to come at. But there's they can do it. They'll be able to pull it off. So they'll come up with something.
And what did you guys think about the jokes? Like certain jokes that like give him head, Ram Man.
But look, my favorite was Skeletor and Evelyn on the throne when he was burning her arm. I got that totally. I laughed my ass off when I seen that. I couldn't stop laughing when I seen that.
When he called whoever piss ants, that's what really got me. If you're a Gen Xer, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, that was good. No, I don't think any of them were unnecessary. I think they were necessary for the casual audience. So they can, it brings them closer to understanding the movie, and some jokes like that make them pay attention more because they're looking for more of that type of stuff, but they wind up paying attention to more of the lore instead. So it's like a drawing. It's a drawing to keep you interested.
Yeah, it's a lot of that stuff's gonna fly over small kids' heads. You have to I would take big kids or take the kids. What your kid can handle and can't handle, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us have cousins who are like, okay, yeah, you can watch Predator. You can't watch Predator because your mama will get mad at me if I show you Predator, like that kind of thing, right?
Right.
So not every small kid should go to every Marvel movie.
True.
That's true.
So
that's true.
So comparing it to that, when you have Thanos getting beheaded in the first 10 minutes of Endgame and stuff like that, it's
Mhm.
different. Now, like PG-13 is kind of different nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I didn't
Simplistic.
have I didn't have too big of a problem with the humor. A lot of it's like really inside baseball. When they start playing Four Non-Blondes, What's Up on the freeway where
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Beastman's coming up,
Beastman.
I was
Yeah.
cracking up. It's like you jerks. Like, what are you guys? But that's the kind of humor they had about it, And it's like, and now everyone's they're gonna make Beastman memes with that song
Mhm.
because it's like,
They are. Yeah.
you know. So that's it. Like, but not everyone has that sense of humor with it. Some people
Yeah.
they don't like humor and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what's the last joke you remember from Man of Steel? Get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like, that's not. And you sort of had to be in the mindset, be in the vibe for that, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're seeing some of it. We're seeing some of it come back. Scary Movie. More people went to go see Scary Movie than
Oh
this,
gosh.
right?
Scary
Yeah.
Movie got a cult
Yeah.
following, bro. I don't care. Scary Movie got a cult following, man. When that came
Yeah.
out, everybody and their mother talking about Scary Movie
My
when it came
kid,
out the first
even
time.
my kid and his friends were they're in their 20s. Like they were trying to
Yeah.
see that, but they're not talking
Yeah.
about MOTU.
Nah, Scary Movie's got a cult following, bro.
MOTU is,
It really
but
does.
but Scary Movie like that kind of expands all the generations. You got Gen Z into it all the way up through us because we started the shit. So it blends. But so the
It's just
final post
natural.
credit scene that we get. Oh my bad. What'd you say?
No, I was just gonna say naturally people just like to see something funny, so it
Yeah,
ain't
he's
even
right.
gotta be.
No, he's right. Yeah,
Right.
people they do draw towards comedies. That's true.
Right. And but no, I was gonna say the final post credit scene is probably the easiest one to understand. Obviously, on the surface, you start Evelyn walks into the Castle Grayskull, gets Skeletor's skull, cracks a joke about him looking better than he did before, walks away while you hear that laugh in the background, and no confusion there. Skeletor is definitely coming back. So the question is
Oh yeah.
isn't whether he's returning, is what version are they going to bring back? How do you think he's coming back?
Battle damage, Skeletor.
Ooh.
Terror Claws, Skeletor.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure how they would go about it because it's definitely different than what they've done before. Because he's not like the Mike unlike the Mike Young series where he was originally Keldor. He was a more or less of a creature, human being type, and then he got turned into a skeleton by Hordak because he's basically dying. But I don't you know. I guess if I had to pick one, it would be Dragon Blaster.
Nice. That would be dope. Yeah, the more I think about it, like the more I found myself coming back to Keldor.
Yeah,
And a
I've
lot.
always loved Keldor.
Yeah, and we only know, like, I mean, a lot of people only knew about the old Filmation cartoon, might not immediately get that, but
Right.
Keldor become one of the most important pieces of MOTU mythology over the years, over the past few decades, really. And depending on which version of the story you're looking at, he's not just the guy who becomes Skeletor, he's also Randor's brother. He's part of Eternia's royal bloodline. In some versions of the lore, he's the rightful heir to the throne. And
Yep.
so once that idea enters the picture and you start thinking about all the different Skeletor actions and all the different things, it looks different, man. There's a lot, bro. And I think you see how disconnected Skeletor seemed from his own past throughout the movie. He wants the throne, he wants the crown, he hates Randor, but it doesn't feel personal the way you would think it would if he fully remembered his Keldor self. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it feels almost instinctive, like he's being pulled towards something, like he doesn't fully get it, but he's just
He's not
doing it.
fully committed to it one
He's
way
on
or the other.
co-pilot, but like we don't know he's
Yeah.
not part of it. Like that backstory ain't coming through. Like we're not seeing that yet. And
Yeah, he's just
that's
holding back for whatever
yeah,
the reason.
cool for the first movie. But yeah, dog, it's something that they could definitely expand on. You know what I'm saying? Different interpretations of that character becoming Skeletor, because he didn't just transform Keldor physically. His whole identity changes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and we could still see Hordak bring him back to life. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a possibility. He's been there before. So I mean, it wouldn't shock me that they would go that route, but that's what would come to expect, So I don't really.
It would also
I'm sure
depend
it'll
on the
be good,
director.
whatever it is.
It depends on the director too, whatever direction he wants to take it in.
Yeah.
We're still at the mercy of the director, no matter what. And we've
Right,
all
'cause
been
we
through that.
all,
Iron Fist. The director of Iron Fist left that bad taste in our mouth when he explicitly told us he wasn't putting him in the suit. You ain't gonna never see him in the suit, and if you don't like it, go watch something else. And that's exactly how he came off. But he gave us his version of Iron Fist. So it just depends on the director wants to go. So far, the director of this movie, I like the direction he's going in, and I like the things he's doing. So we got a lot of hope, man. We really have it. We really have a lot of hope and a lot of expectations that can and I think will be filled if they keep the same director and production team.
I immediately imagine kids like we were playing He-Man on the field, someone shouting, "Give him Man." That's how it was though on the playground. Like we would have been saying shit like that. But I like this, like I felt I wanted to tear up, bro, at a moment. Like there was a moment like it really hit me, bro. Like this movie hits you, bro. Like if you really from that era, bro. It was epic, bro. Especially when he transformed and shit, bro. Like that shit was change.
You're in the beginning where you first see him and he's young and he's talking. Man, that killed me.
Oh yeah, and you love Cringer, so that gave you your little Cringer moment. That was dope. He said scary movie also getting poor reviews though. Unlike MOTU, I kind of believe in scary movies reactions. So happy and proud MOTU kicks ass. I have several paintings inspired by the various cartoons. That's dope. I know you got some Daredevil too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll say this. I think critics are about to put themselves out of business, man, because they can't. Like people want to have a good time. They want to go out to the theaters and whatnot. And critics, their tastes are so fine tuned, like to some international Belgian thriller with some people you ain't never heard of, right? It's like go see. Like, no, you're not going to push me into seeing this, man. I think the tastes have just divided. And when you think back to Siskel and Ebert and whatnot, they watch what everyone else watched. They watched The Fugitive, In the Line of Fire, Clear and Present Danger, or comedies like The Naked Gun, or, like this and that. Everybody was kind of watching the same thing. There's so much content now that you don't know if a critic has the right frame of mind to say something. So here's a critic, doesn't like Star Wars, doesn't like Marvel, definitely doesn't like Master of the Universe. You don't like comedies. Right? You don't like any of the sexy stuff. What do you like? And why should I like it? Why should the rest of us like it?
Right.
Oh, hold on.
We like what we like. That's dope. We like what we like.
Artwork. Hold on. Let me get the right screen over here. There we go. Oh, now that's an insert from a box.
No, that's actually actual poster.
That's a poster.
Get back in the day. Yeah,
I was going to say that like a joint from back in the day. Yeah, like a back in the day poster.
They're OGs. They're original. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that's the mellow way.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you got the Revolution San Diego Comic-Con poster signed by Griffin Newman, who played Orko.
All right.
And then I got the Revolution San Diego Comic-Con poster. It's not signed, but I do have it. So that was dope.
Yeah, man. Bro, I missed out. Joint. Oh shit!
Classic
movie poster. Yeah. See now, even though as a kid that it disappointed me, like I have a love for it now. Like same reason like you, is sentimental value.
Now, quick question: who's ready for the He-Man video game? I am definitely. That joint.
Casual toy collector. I know he's looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it too. And it was like Golden Axe. I mean, I was like, dang.
It's like it's like you want like Golden Axe? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it looked like Golden Axe, man. I can't wait to play that.
Golden Axe was dope.
Side scroller, old school side scroller.
Yeah, like Golden Axe arcade game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just did what was the one me and you were playing, Stu? Was the X-Men one, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, that was Marvel Secret Invasion.
That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Richard said 52 was really emotional watching. For a while, I was studying all the MOTU lore and thoughts of creating a fun tabletop RPG Now there are some. Now there are some. Though it's always been my favorite animated show. Yeah, I just got that Skeletor.
Yeah, I think to answer your question, JV, I think it just went up for pre-order. I don't know the release date, but something came across my Google feed saying that the pre-orders were out for He-Man. They also have a He-Man turn-based RPG. I don't know if it's out or it's coming out. It should be coming out soon. That came across my Google feed as well. So for all you He-Man fans out there, we're getting some digital stuff that you'll be able to, play and keep your minds busy.
I know they're re-releasing the '87 movie with an extended version we've never seen before. Be on the lookout for that special 4K set.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I would buy that. I definitely would buy that. Make it into my collection.
Then they're re-releasing the Mike Young series eventually. I forgot the name of the company who's doing it, but they are doing one, so I'm just patiently waiting.
Stu, I know you got to go to work. When you got to roll out, bro?
I'm pushing it to the limit right now, but I got to roll now. I'm pushing it past the limit. I got to roll now. But before I go to you He-Man fans, to KJ and Daredevil, I just got one question for you guys, man. Being because you guys remind me of a friend of mine when I was a kid that had all the He-Man. He was a big He-Man fan. We used to go play with all his He-Man stuff and all. There's this movie come out. Does this give you more hope for the franchise or a better tomorrow for the franchise?
I'm gonna let Daredevil speak on that first because I'm of two minds of it. I really am.
Come to my heart, man. It would be the hope for the future, man. Only because most of the iterations we've been given over the years have been short-lived. They haven't lasted very long, except for the vintage era. So that's where my mind and my heart's at, man. So I want it to be around for years to come. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
I think the movie works, man. I think it has legs. I think it's a crowd pleaser. If people allow themselves to check out the vibe, I know it's more colorful than I think a lot of people are prepared for. It's almost overwhelming at times, especially if you didn't grow up watching like Flash Gordon or like Highlander or Krull Legend with Mia Sara and Tom Cruise. Like you have to be in that mindset almost for that. Lord of the Rings. Everybody loves Lord of the Rings, right? But Lord of the Rings isn't this. It's not as colorful. It's not as campy or silly. You want to say, like, a lot of people, I think, they were expecting something like Lord of the Rings. I mean, Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings. Right. The MOTU is MOTU. Masters of the Universe, like my man Sean right there. Like, that's what it is. And, some people, that's the thing. You either get it or you don't. And I think people can get it. They can if they let themselves. I think international is going to blow domestic out of the water. We're talking 30, 35 million here in the States. The movie's going to make its money overseas. Look at that. The Night Stalker. Oh, wait. What's that called?
Stridor?
Night Stalker.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Roton. The Rotons are great in the new movie. So I think if people allow themselves, we'll see what the families do. We really need to see what week 2 does. We need to see what week 3 does. Sinners shocked the hell out of people when it went up like 5% in week 2, basically, right? And they were trying to shit talk Sinners. Variety is like they spent too much money on Sinners. It's like, man, y'all telling on yourselves, man. Yeah. So with this, people are like they still look down on stuff made based on toys, even though y'all got 8 Transformers movies. What more do y'all want, man? It's like it's about like what works. I think the movie works. All the people I know and respect, to Reno, to all my homies like online at Toy Kind of Mood, all that stuff, they love the movie. Those are people I wanted to love the movie. It's like, all right, they get it. It was made for them. They were there. They were there for Flash Gordon. They were there for Highlander. They were there for Enemy Mine. Never Ending Story. They were there for all that stuff, right? You can dig the stuff. The vibe is there. The vibe is real if you allow it. If you decide you hate hip hop, you already hate hip hop. Linkin Park. I don't like Linkin Park. You already decided you didn't like Linkin Park until Jay-Z dropped the joint with them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Don't shut off nothing.
That's one.
He's got the
He
drink
got the
cup.
sword. He got the drink sword. Yeah.
Yeah, he got the
KJ, you
popcorn
right.
bucket and everything too. The Castle Grayskull with the candy holder and all that.
I was looking for that, man. That's the perfect tray.
Yeah.
I got all of them.
Nice
man,
pickup.
So I just got
Nice
lucky
pickup.
down here.
Man, KJ, you right, man. You right. Because I am that Gen Xer that went through all that. Highlander, Enemy
Zombies.
Mines, all that, bro. Masters of the Universe, and I like all that stuff. Man, I just want it done right when it hits the screen. I want Hollywood to do it right because I know how Hollywood can throw their version onto something, and then once you say, you gotta like, I can appreciate what you tried to do, but could you please just give me what you just gave me with this Masters of the Universe? You know what I mean, so that's where I'm at with it. And I'm happy with it, man. I'm a very big sci-fi guy. A Trekkie. I'm all that, man. I just like for it to be good. I like for it to be good, and if it's good, I'm gonna like it. And if it ain't, I'm not. I'm gonna move on. But I'm done nitpicking. I'm done being like everybody else. I'm done, being influenced to do that. Things are good or they're bad, but I do respect everybody's opinion on it. And Reno will tell you that. So if you like it, I'll be like, hey man, listen, I'm glad you liked it. You know what I mean? And I like for people to like stuff when other people don't like it. Because everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. And everybody likes something that they like. Like when me and Reno talk about the Jared Leto Joker, I like Jared Leto Joker. Reno's like, man, you the only one that like that Joker. I'm like, but I'd be like, he's just so. I'd be like, he's so dope, man. It's like if you think about it, if you just think about the whole thing around the way, tattoos and just the way he had the smile on his face. He put his hand up, and, it's like laughing. You know how people laugh into their hands back in the day, but he had a smile right there. So
you're right.
I liked it. Reno always say, he be like, still, he was like, yo, he was like, why? I'm like, bro, I don't know. I just like the vibe of that Joker, man. I thought it was dope.
No, I get it. It's weird to me that I didn't like it right away because it does hit. It does hit.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope, man.
Oh shit! Wait, I missed.
That was the vinyl. He had the vinyl from the Mike Young soundtrack.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
Nice.
That's dope. I gotta break out, fellas, but I want to show y'all something before I go.
All right, Stu.
Before I go, I want to show you one thing before I roll out.
See what you got hiding in the cut.
Yeah, you got something new, I guess. Let's see. I think Thundercats is a possibility if He-Man does well and they end up doing sequels and all that, and it just blows up and becomes a big success like the MCU or something. Thundercats is inevitable, but if it just kind of does okay, Thundercats may not happen. But
do you want them to do CG or do you want it to be practical makeup like they did here?
Well, I like what they did here though. But see, okay, that's a good question. But I was originally when they said they were doing a He-Man movie, I'm like, oh god, I hope they don't make it on Earth. I want it to be full on fantasy in Eternia, Lord of the Rings style, hardcore, just wow, like. But I'm glad they didn't do that. Now that I see what they did do, it's almost like they did a cartoon CG version, but it kind of is real. It like that's the balance. I think that's the balance for Thundercats because they could look just like how they're supposed to look. I don't want them to look realistic. I want them to look how they look.
They need to look the way that the cartoon was the animated adaptation of that.
Yes. Right. That's what I'm saying. And that's what they did with He-Man was perfect. Like that was
live action. Can you imagine like the Cats movie? Like shout out to Idris Elba, he got knighted, but he was in Cats. Taylor Swift was in Cats, and it's like Anyway, never mind.
Here we go. I just want to show you guys remember these
Centurions, man. Come on. Challenge the GoBots, man. I still got GoBots. Come on.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
okay.
There he is.
Got him. Like I was telling you, KJ, the same thing you said with the digital stuff. I gotta collect the physical, man. I got them on digital, but the physical is more. Because if the lights go out and that goes down, I still got a Blu-ray player.
You can just pop them on. Exactly.
I pop them right on. Like, yeah. We ain't got no internet. Let's just say somebody crashes the internet. I'm playing. This is my apocalypse.
Turn your camera to the side real quick, man. Let us get a peek, man. Let us see that library one time, man. It's truly impressive.
He might have titles he don't want to show nobody.
Nah, he
I got
he
those.
just showing it.
I got those.
He,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
he
got
might
that.
be he might be holding
Yeah,
out.
my
We
favorite
grown
one.
here, man. We grown.
Hey, KJ,
Yeah.
my favorite one out of all of them is Behind the Green Door. That is a cinematic classic
behind the green door.
that can't be duplicated. And if you know, you know. Let's see. Let me turn this camera around for you guys real quick.
Casual.
I mean, I know I ain't even got the wall space to put all my movies out right now.
All right, here we go.
Okay, man.
I have movies
Blockbuster
for
video
days.
up in here.
Yeah, bro. Like a
Oh,
pawn
yep.
shop.
Yep.
Yeah, some of them I got from a pawn shop.
Yep.
We got
He got Heathcliff. No one should. Roll bounce. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I can put that on right now.
we got
Battle of the Planets. Mask. Dude,
Yeah.
Stu, you're all right with me, dude. You all right with me. Justice League Unlimited. Rest in peace to Wayne McDuffie. We got the Batman, the OG animated series. I've messed around.
Yeah.
I got the Mezcos for that. I got Mezco, Batman, and Joker for animated series. I had to get it. So,
hey, listen, I appreciate you for getting it.
what do y'all think about Mattel doing DC now with McFarlane? I think McFarlane, he was playing too many games. Like, we got superpowers, we got super friends, but that shit should have been year one.
Well,
That should've been,
I have a real strong opinion about this new Mattel DC stuff.
I think he should have made. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That Super Friends line, he should have made those like the multiverse line. Yeah, that's how those should have been made, just like that.
All those figures should have been like that. Yeah,
that's my.
Because he could have done it. He could have done it.
Yeah, he could have, but he played around like you said. He played too much. And Reno says it best. He wants to sell you as much stuff as he can.
So let me tell you this. People talking about, they're spazzing out about how like Mattel's $12.99. If McFarlane did this and keep it on Stew Dogs, but I'm just saying you can see it. You can see no, you can keep it on Stew Dog. You keep it on Stew Dog.
I'm trying to. It's taking a minute. There you go. All right.
So this was basically, I got this at Ross. Ross was doing carded figures, Superman, Batman, a couple of others. Yeah. I think Aquaman. $12.99. Some places $14.99. If these figures. Shit, these figures have less articulation apparently than the new Mattel stuff for the kids.
Yeah.
The Mattel figures have more articulation than this. If he had kept these at 15 or less, he'd still have the license. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It's true.
Well, the Mattel stuff that they've done so far, and it is for kids. Like, I'm glad you recognize, or you pointed that out. Like, it's definitely not. They're not. Those are not the adult, figures yet. So I'm not really going to compare those to McFarlane. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they don't have ankle. They don't have ankle articulation.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There's no crunch. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the adult line of Mattel, and I expect it to be good, because I will say the toys, like the kids' toys that they've done, I like the designs. Like those are gonna look good. Like, in an adult version. I really like that Joker. I collect Jokers. I got a whole shelf of just Joker figures, and like, so I like where they're going design wise.
I don't. I think that they're too kidding. They're not. I don't think they're collect items. I mean, people are going to collect them, but I think
not the figures, like the designs, like the art.
Designs I like. I just don't like the figures.
We'll see what happens with the adult collector.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the premium collectors, that'll be their time to shine, right? And I think Mattel's going to do something new with ab joints, with diaphragms. I think the diaphragm joint is going to be seamless. It's not going to be that big, jagged separation. I think they're going to do some seamless stuff. I look at this Chronicles figure with He-Man, and I put the Dolph Lundgren head sculpt on mine from Ramen Toy. He's got the Knight Rider coming out soon. The Knight Rider is pre-ordered for $300 early bird, and then it goes to $350. So, yeah. But anyway, I got I put the Dolph Lundgren on my Chronicles. This diaphragm joint is like butter, like the garlic butter you put on your rolls at Red Lobster.
Right.
Like it disappears. It disappears into the figure.
Yeah.
Like the drop down hips.
Yeah. The
drop down hips turn it from a 6-inch figure to 6.5. Like Like that's how much difference it is. Look at that, and look at that warrior ball and chain. Look at the diaphragm joint on that. The Richards art just blessed us with a super chat, man. He just got you a super chat, dude.
Oh,
good looking Richards art.
Well,
Thank you,
now-
man.
Richard's art, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the support, man, and thank you for coming, man, and welcome to the show because you are. This is your first time here, bro. So we appreciate you, man. And we do this every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. So be sure to hit the like and come check us out. I appreciate your engagement in the chat, bro. You've been active, bro. I like that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking for
So I'm
something
expecting-
I can buy a cape for my Mondo 112 scale He-Man because I want to use it with that King Gray Skull head sculpt that it comes with the ponytail, you know. So I was gonna try to find something I can get a soft goods cape from something. I don't know. I'm about to do some digging.
Oh yeah.
And the sculpt is good for Mattel. I mean, I made mine Dolph Lundgren because I'm an '80s kid, man. So I like Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
He-Man,
yeah.
But the sculpt is great. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Scarecrow.
No, that's a very nice face sculpt. Richard's art. He said, "Did you guys know that the designer for Sinners was also designing for Blade set in the 40s?" And then he ended up using a lot from what was to be our Blade. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Sinners used. There
taking
was not a
place in the
reuse.
Oh, okay. Wow. I had
Yeah.
not heard about that. No, that's dope. That's a dope cut. Yeah. Only like Snyder's version of Jared Leto's Joker. You only likes the long hair version. Got you. And that to me, I think was the better of the versions.
Yeah.
I liked it. I dig Stu Dog's energy. Hell yeah. Great word, inevitable, practical, like He-Man. I just don't make it. Just don't make it live versions of Cats. Yes.
Yeah,
no,
we're getting those CGI Thundercats with the weird fur and the weird faces, man.
Yeah, no, none of that. Stu does have kung fu joints. He that was like a corner, a tiny corner of his shelf. Like he didn't have time because I believe as soon as he seen it was 8:59, he bounced because he got to get to work. But yeah, no, he has like a whole wall that's floor to ceiling, wall to wall. That's all
cool.
video, all DVDs. Yeah, it's a cool collection. He definitely got kung fu joints. Heathcliff the Yellow Kid was my first crush in memory. Rock and roll, motherfuckers. Check out for more of your content. Appreciate you, awesome folks here, Richard. Oh yeah, thank you. Peace, Rich. Guys, Toy Collector. Cool. Yeah, honestly, man. KJ and Daredevil and Stu Dog and everybody that's been on the show are some of the coolest people that I've ever met, bro. So I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man. Definitely good dudes, man.
I appreciate
Definitely.
you for always letting me on. You have, man. You know I love to talk about Master of the Universe, man. So
I know you do. I know. As soon as I knew we were doing this show, I'm like, yeah, Daredevil got to come on.
Listen, man, we got to get a sequel because we need to. So how they had the Skelenites, those skeleton knights in the first movie? We need the Horde Troopers. I want to see them do some blasting those Horde Troopers. And the Crimson Horde Trooper. Yeah.
Yep.
And I want to hear my Cringer talk some more, and I actually want to see him more in the armor instead of waiting to the last minute of the movie.
The last 30 seconds of the movie.
yeah. Come on, bro. Don't tease me like that. Don't hold out on me like that. That was kind of a, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it. You feel me?
No, they had to because it was weird because of the way that it was. Is they were all in survival mode, like Reno said, like it was all post-apocalyptic, post-war. So they ain't had no armor. Like it was like that's the 6 months later armor, basically. It would be interesting to be like, Cringer, man. Yeah, man, I'm armored up. We've been waiting. It's been 15 years. Yeah, man. I got this armor. You see, I got missiles on my armor. Like that would be interesting. And I'm glad that they did it that way. That they didn't like prefabricate it. They just they stuck to what the story was going to be organically. Like people didn't like the narration. The whole point is he's saying this on a date.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like cats are too serious. They're too serious.
No. Yeah. You gotta have fun. It's definitely and like that's what a lot of people are saying about it, that it's fun. And you gotta have fun. You can't take it seriously. And that's one thing I love that they went with the sort of, not taking themselves too seriously vibe, like because I originally did I'll admit it, bro. I wanted Lord of the Rings. I wanted something dark. I wanted some dark fantasy. I'm a dark fantasy dude. I fuck with Elric, Michael
Franzetta, yeah.
Yeah, Frank
Yeah,
Frazetta,
big
like that. That's what I
world,
like.
huge world. Yeah.
But honestly, if they had done that, I probably would have felt the same way I felt in '87. It wouldn't have hit like I wanted it to from that nostalgia vibe. You know, just the characters I know, man. And honestly, like if that's how you feel, then you're gonna love this movie. If you haven't
It would have
seen it,
been a dude from Reacher, and he would have been covered in grime and dirt and suit
yeah,
and shit.
yeah, but yeah, man, Skeletor, the
Tila
monster.
would have died in his arms and shit. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Right.
no, for sure, for sure. And nobody, none of the characters, they wouldn't have looked like this. They wouldn't have looked like that. They wouldn't have looked like that.
No, we were lucky that the director actually grew up liking or loving He-Man, so that was a positive in our corner.
Mhm,
So
mhm. Yeah, I mean everything felt like filmation, man. It was
oh
just
yeah,
everything I wanted, bro. Everything I wanted.
Richard's art
and
has a good
even
point, man. It's like people talking about where's the He-Man theme. He's like he became He-Man at the end. Like dude
right,
had to pull the sword of power out of his chest. Spoiler alert.
Uh-huh.
He had to realize he had the power. Literally, he was
Yes.
the
yeah, he was
vessel.
the vessel. Yeah, he was
Yes.
the vessel. Yeah,
The story makes it clear. That's a good point. That it's not the sword that makes Adam worthy. What makes Adam is what makes the sword worthy. You know what I'm saying? And that distinction becomes definitely the emotional core of the whole
you know
film.
that
I
was
think it
huge
drives
in
the climax.
Kevin Smith series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because remember, he could call down the power when he was told that he can actually call down. He learned that he can call down the power with just it being him. Because in the reality, again, he was the vessel. He was the power.
I feel it sounds like you getting your drink at the theater. You getting your
Yeah,
ice.
man. I'm about to get myself a
Yeah,
beer.
Yeah.
yeah. Get my drink
Moscow mules, man. Ginger beer and some vodka, man.
get some of
I
that.
mean,
Get some of that Coca-Cola. Get some of that crack, as we used to call it in the 1980s. You feel me?
mm-hmm. But
What did
yeah,
y'all think
no.
about the music?
Oh,
It was all right, man. I
it
do
was,
like. I mean, I'm not like over the top about it, but my bad, Reno. I mean,
nah, go ahead,
cut
go
you
ahead.
off.
I want to hear what you guys
But
say.
no, I mean, I did enjoy the fact that they brought Brian May in to kind of assist and help out with the score and the music and everything. You know, because everybody knows he's from Queen. And I mean, what do you think? What do y'all think about the whole them paying homage to Highlander? I mean, that was so obvious. You know, the music and they mentioned Highlander and all that. The cops did.
Who? Tell me about I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what he's
They
talking
give a
about?
shout out to Highlander. The cops
Oh,
made a
Highlander.
joke
Oh,
about
when they came in, they were like, "We are the
Yeah,
yeah,
champions."
Princess of
yeah,
the
Oh, that was
Universe.
epic. I love
yeah.
that scene.
That's probably the only other place you could use that.
Right,
Right,
And
right.
Brian May gave the cosign. So I don't understand. Like,
right.
if people have a problem with
Yeah,
that, it's like, do you know who Brian May is?
right. A lot of people don't. A
No,
lot of people don't, but we do. I mean,
right. Yeah, no, that was an epic scene. That was a
I'm
perfect.
surprised that well, you couldn't use Flash Gordon because that's so tied into who
no,
that
no.
is.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
can use
Mhm.
no, you
Prince.
can't.
It's Masters of the Universe. So you can use Princess of the Universe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, you can get away with that.
Try.
Yeah, you walk in the line, but you can get away with it.
Yeah. I dug them. I dug the music, man. Like I got to,
It
I
was
was
all right.
blessed enough to go
mm-hmm.
to the world premiere weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I've been sitting on this movie, waiting for the
right,
world to watch it. So I've been listening to the music non-stop. Listen to it at work. Listen to it like
right.
when I'm running and whatnot. It's like, yeah, it's. I dig it. I dug the hell out of it. And now that we have the full soundtrack, it's beautiful. There are beautiful cues in
Yeah.
there. Like especially
I need
when
to.
him and the sorceress, him and his father. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to. I need to order that soundtrack. I thought about it the other day. I said wonder if it's already available already. I'm sure it's probably available for pre-order. Maybe I'm gonna have to look and see. I gotta
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah. I agree, Richard. Triclops. That was that because he's one of my favorite. Was one of my favorite as a kid. Who knows why? Maybe I just like the way he looks. Maybe I just like the aesthetic or the style, whatever. But he was there, and you saw him bust a couple shots. Uh, it's cool. I dug
He,
that. I dug that they made him black too. That actually
Yeah,
worked.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, he was more or less like almost like a background character. You really only got to see him like 3 or 4 times, but the little bit of time he was on the screen, I mean, I digged him.
Yeah, he can be amazing. He's good. And he did his jobs multiple times here. It would be cool if we know him more. Yeah, and of course, some others were not there. Wonder which characters are on the cutting room floor. I wouldn't say they're on the cutting room floor, bro. I would say that they're being held for sequels.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
It's hard to do all that balance. If y'all remember G.I. Joe Resolute,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do I?
yeah,
Super
it was
watch.
like all together is an hour long. You can go on YouTube and watch it now. You haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. One of my favorite things having to do with G.I. Joe. But it's crammed with characters, man. And it's also stakes. People bite it. Like in the first few minutes, a bazooka gets
off
it.
rip. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Right. So when you have that many characters, it's hard. You can do one or two approaches. You can really focus on just a group of characters and just have that be the movie. Like Transformers 1, goodness, like it was so quaint. You had like 5 Autobots. You know what I'm saying? You had Optimus, Jazz, Bumblebee, Ratchet, Ironhide. That's it. That's it. They got rid of Jazz. You ain't seen Jazz since, man.
And they didn't look at anything how they should have.
Right. So, or if you put everybody in there, it's hard, man, because then like you'll see your favorites, but you'll have like maybe 20 seconds with your favorite. That's a trade-off. Go back and watch Infinity War. The way that Infinity War works is that it's like movies of movies. Captain America is in his own movie. Iron Man is in his own movie in space.
He plots and shit. Yeah,
you're right. Exactly. Thor and the Guardians are in their own movie. Like Okoye. I love Okoye. Denai Guerrera in Walking Dead and whatnot. Michonne, right? She has 2 lines in Infinity War, but she's there, and you feel her presence in there. You know, so it's tricky. It's like, what's it going to be? Like how much focus do you want in these movies? Hey, Scott, what's up?
War Chest Full of Toys. Yeah, man. If they had made that cartoon into live action, that's all.
I think he's talking about Resolute. Yeah.
Oh right. Oh my God, that's all we would have needed, bro. War Chest is here. Honestly, I the more I see Daredevil's collection and I hear about more He-Man lore and stuff like that, and the more I've done research, I really feel that I missed out. Like I really missed out on He-Man growing up because I was such a blinders on G.I. Joe only guy. Like that's all I cared about, which had a lot to do with just me getting the flag when I was in kindergarten, and just from then on, everything was G.I. Joe. Everything was G.I. Joe.
I can't blame you for that.
Yeah, I couldn't see nothing else. I mean, like I had a couple He-Man figures that were probably hand-me-downs from older cousins and Transformers and stuff like that. But if they ask me what I want for Christmas or my birthday or what I want, it's always G.I. Joe. So I missed out, and I didn't think I was missing out. I'll keep it a buck. I thought, He-Man. Looking back now, bro, I missed out big time, bro, because He-Man is super cool. Like and I've been on Amazon Prime too, because I forget, I think Richard's Art was saying something earlier, but yeah, you can get on there Amazon Prime right now. They're playing the old Filmation cartoons like live back to back.
You can actually download Tubi. It's free, obviously. It's on Tubi right now. The 87 movies on Tubi, and the documentary, the last documentary they did, the definitive history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is on there as well.
Now, is that a documentary more about the 87 movie or just about the lore?
No, across the board, like the whole entire lore, the whole entire history behind the whole brand and everything. It's definitely worth the watch, man, for sure.
What's it called again? What's the name of it?
The definitive history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Okay, I may have seen it. I'll look on there. Yeah, I want to check it out.
I consider it the best documentary they've ever done, and they've done a few over the years, including that little spot they had on the toys that made us. That one was okay, but this documentary in question that I said is really the best one to me. But I mean, I love them all. You know what I mean? I mean, even the behind the scenes of the '87 movie, I've seen clips of that. Actually, people have been reposting them the last few days, which I already knew about them over the years, but.
Oh yeah, dog, classics, bro. EGC, peace, man. Welcome. EGC, were you a MOTU fan? I don't think we've ever talked about that. You've been on the show 100 times. I don't think we ever talked about that. But yeah, I think, man, that final stretch of the movie, definitely created by people who understood the fan base. The classic costumes start appearing. familiar characters and shit like that, and references to the Filmations getting heavier, and then we see He-Man running in on Battle Cat, which is really sadly the only really Battle Cat stuff we got, which I felt was
Lame.
yeah. I know that's
Lame.
your favorite. It would have been cool to see more Battle Cat, but it was cool to see him go against one of my favorite, probably my favorite villains there, and he did
I
rock.
can hold out hope, man. Anything's possible.
Yeah, man, and you know, I'm sure we'll get Battle Cat in his armor in the next one.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I am. He said. JV said, I grew up on everything at once. He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, Silverhawks, Voltron. After they, I mean, honestly, yes, the cartoons for sure. All of that stuff, I was into all of it. Toy-wise, though, it was definitely just G.I. Joe, which I think prevented me from getting deeper into He-Man and other lore. But Thundercats was probably my second after G.I. Joe. It was for me, G.I. Joe, then Thundercats. Then Transformers, then Voltron, Silverhawks, and probably He-Man last when I was a kid.
I know mine. My top four is obviously MOTU being one, and then Brave Star being two, and then Silverhawks and Dino Riders.
Nice cuts.
When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Godzilla. I used to watch a lot of like movies. Movies came on early in the mornings and Saturday mornings, right? So they show King Kong, they show like the Godzilla movies, all that stuff, man. So by the time that like Power Rangers hit in the 90s, I was like primed for that. Like, and a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And it was weird because I had moved on from the figs, playing video games, you know, arcades, Mortal Kombat, that kind of stuff, right? But Power Rangers was sort of like my last connection to Saturday morning, you know, before moving on and all that stuff, you know. And like even when I went away for college, I would still go back home, like visit my little cousins and whatnot, and they were doing like Ed and Eddie and you know, like stuff like that. I
talk about that all the time.
And it was cool, like, and watching it with them, like watching them watch anime, like being there for Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Big O, all that stuff. Like we was like it stayed connected. Folks stay connected. 2000X brought a lot of us back. We were just talking about that, right? They did Thundercats for a little bit, right? It didn't have the success that 2000X had, but it did come back. This stuff goes in cycles. That's my point. This stuff goes back in cycles. So even if you missed out on Ninja Turtles, I got friends of mine who are Ninja Turtles fans now. They're reading the comics. Last Ronin. Friends of mine who become MOTU fans. Hopefully people become MOTU fans after this. I'm hoping, you know, that they retain a box office here, at least stateside, and it's going to be the rest of the world that keeps this thing afloat, because they can handle joy, basically. You know, you're not addicted to being miserable all the damn time. You can have a good time. You've all been out to the club, seen that dude on the wall. You're on the wall. Why are you in this club? You can be at the wall at home.
Right. You ain't here to have fun. What are you doing?
Right.
That's what we doing.
What are you doing?
Yo, good. I'm glad you brought up Last Ronin. We just saw the reveal of the
video game.
That shit's gonna be
I'm
nice,
digging that, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I was super excited about that.
Did y'all see the Wolverine gameplay?
Yes. Yeah.
My only gripe, and it is a gripe. Like my whole show, I'm a Wolverine fanatic, and my only gripe is the costume, the way he looks. But everything else,
all right. I would say, like, man, kids play all kinds of stuff, man. It's like kids are gonna get their hands on that game. It's like, God bless the kids, man. But my folks are old school. They unplugged the TV. They saw me playing something like that as a kid.
Yeah, that's rated mature for sure. Not for kids. Not for kids. A lot of games not for kids. I mean, a lot of horror games are just not for kids.
Some of them go too hard, man. It's like that's just not for me.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, Yeah, it's a little bit like not even for me, but like yeah,
No filter.
that's what kids that's what's pop. If you look at kids online, like because I know through my son, like that's what was popular, the horror games. It's what the kids like. It's crazy. It's what they doing. Richard said, "Wait, are you sure? I may be mistaken though. I thought she was captain of the guard, and she went to confront them with two
Yeah,
of her soldiers."
we were talking about Denai Guerrera in Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, the
Oh,
Avengers
Jamal
movies.
Isaac.
But in the show, Falcon and Winter Soldier with Captain America, Sam Wilson, it's Florence Kasumba, who was the lieutenant in the films, and she becomes the lead Dora Milaje in the show. And she's still fine as hell too, man. We got there's beautiful women all over the place, man. Shout out to my Asian ladies, shout out to my Latina ladies. Shout out. Y'all got some white chocolate bunnies out there. I know y'all do. It's all right.
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong.
Florence
with a
Pugh,
little
what's up?
Daphne
Holler at me,
Queen.
Florence. What's up?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shit, I've always liked women of all races. Women are
Oh
beautiful.
yeah. I don't discriminate.
It's all beautiful, man. It's a beautiful
Oh,
time.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So I bet you old crap dude was thinking of opening a Black Panther. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's still a great show. And that's the problem with these shows. So with streaming, we were talking about this with Stu Dog. A lot of money went to streaming. You got a War Machine with your man. We had joked about if Alan Richardson was He-Man instead of this dude, right? Like the grim dark He-Man. He's in War Machine. But War Machine on Netflix, that could have been in theaters, Like the Bad Boys. They brought back Bad Boys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. But I bet you the plan was streaming. I bet you. I bet you they only brought back, we'll put it on streaming. It's like, no, man, it's funny. People like the movie. Go ahead and send that to theaters,
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion. They made that for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Just money on the table.
Yeah.
Someone was like, yo, hold up. What if we put this in theater? It's gonna be on Disney Plus any damn way.
Yeah, man.
So what if we put this in theaters and make some money? And they made the money. Moana was gonna be Disney Plus. Moana 2. The Moana 2 animated was going to be Disney Plus. They put it in theaters, got $1 billion. Live action Moana was going to be Disney Plus. It's like, can you put this in theaters too? Please? The Mufasa sequel they did was going to be Disney Plus. And it's like, you already spent all this money. Put this in theaters. It made almost as much money as the original, the one that came out in 2019. The first CG Lion King. The second CG Lion King made money.
Right.
Put this in theaters, man. Just put it in theaters.
Yeah, you might as well get the extra money. You know what I'm saying? You're getting, like you say, you're getting the stream money anyway. You might as well run it through the box office and see what you can get. And a lot of those movies don't qualify, in my opinion, for a theater movie, but yet they killed. So
did y'all see? I hadn't seen Wrecking Crew yet with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista.
Nah, wait, did I? I think I watched part of it. Nah, yeah, no, I haven't finished it. No, I haven't seen it. I can't say I've seen it. No. Why did you see it? You like it?
No, I hadn't seen it yet. But it's like I've seen like there's some movies that they can like, okay, you made this for streaming, but I don't know, man. I mean, try it.
It's definitely one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. War Chest said MOTU collection is massive. I saw lots of things in the movie, but overall I didn't like the movie that much. Skeletor was awesome though, and Thunder Punch was epic.
Okay.
Like some things, didn't like it all. That's fair. Probably also depends on geographically where we grew up and the TV programming line. That's a very good point, JV, because there's a lot of stuff some of us saw, others didn't see. I mean, especially when we come together like this from all over the country.
If you were in major cities like New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, you name it, they would play stuff like Sailor Moon, Ronin Warriors. They play, anime and stuff. Dragon Ball, man, these kids are spoiled. I remember back in the day when Dragon Ball first was playing on TV, before Cartoon Network, before Toonami, you had to wait each week for one episode. You only got one episode. You didn't get no dailies.
Right.
You didn't get that. You had to wait the next week for the next episode.
Yeah.
Right? Robotech. I remember when Robotech, like, look, This goes deep. It goes
Yeah.
deeper than
Oh,
that,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Like,
I just turned 47 on Thursday. How old are you?
for me, I'm 43,
43.
and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. How old are you, Daredevil? I don't think I ever asked.
46.
46. So you're my age, pretty much. But yeah, Power Rangers was a little after my like I was too old, I think, when it came
Oh,
out.
I dig the Power Rangers. I collected the Power Rangers toys, and you know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only
Well, I
didn't
can
care
hear that
about it.
because
When you said Power Rangers, I thought, okay, you must be like at least 5 years younger than me.
but I said like I was too old. I was too old for Cat Dog and shit. You know, like
Yeah,
I
well,
was.
that was like kind of like my daughter. I had my daughter when I
Mhm.
was 16, so she was born in 95. But yeah, she grew up on that kind of stuff. And then my son, when I was 25 in 04, he grows up on a whole other era of stuff. But I it always struck me like we were lucky, I feel, to grow up with the type of animation, the type of cartoons we got, because
We were
GI Joe,
spoiled.
Transformers,
We were spoiled, bro. Yeah.
it was almost anime. It was like American anime, like to me, like
Yeah.
the cartoons we got, they were more serious, they were more, and then like as soon as you start getting Ed, Ed and Eddie and then Gumball, and then everything just gets goofy. And I think Ren and Stimpy
Skeletor.
changed. Yeah, it was Ren and Stimpy was cool because it was niche, it was different. But then all of a sudden everything was just kind of Ren and Stimpy and SpongeBob and
Mhm.
but
I hated. I wasn't hating on SpongeBob. I was like, I don't get all this SpongeBob stuff. And then when I started watching, I was like,
it's funny.
hatred is his own punishment because this
It's
is
funny.
this is so great.
It works. Yeah, SpongeBob is cool. Adventure Time. Love Adventure Time. As far as new anime, I love me some My Hero Academia. I watched every single one of those, bro, a few times. Like that's my shit. Got
What do you
action
think
figures.
about live action One Piece and live action Avatar, Last Airbender?
I think One Piece was better as a live action. They were both cool. But One Piece like was just, it surprised me like He-Man surprised me as far as its accuracy to the source material.
Do you think you should have done a movie instead of this series?
No. One Piece?
Yeah.
An anime with 1,000 episodes or more should be a series.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I felt like with the Avatar movie, the series, the live action series, was almost done as an apology. The live action movie is terrible.
Yeah, right.
Like from M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, a lot of anime adaptations to movies suck. They just generally, for some reason, can't make. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, like that first live action movie. Like, what are we? Why are you going so far from the source material?
They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, all you do is you stick to the source material. It's there.
No, because people think they're above the source material.
Right.
They don't respect
want to
the
do their
material.
own. I want to do my vision. This is my version.
Exactly.
Get out of here, bro. We don't want to see your version. We want the real shit. We want the shit that we love. There's a reason why it became popular. It's good. Right? There's a reason why these characters in Marvel are the way they are. It's or rather, I say no. It's the reason why they're popular. It's because they're good the way they are. Like you don't have to come and just completely 180 them to make them good because you're embarrassed. You think they're cheesy or corny or whatever. Like, bro, they wouldn't be legendary icons if they were corny and cringe. Like
it's
to people that don't understand them, sure, but as soon as you start to read it, you're like, oh fuck yeah.
I remember watching the Ninja Turtles 1990 movie for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And when Raphael, when Raphael gets beat up by the foot, and they're thinking they're about to lose Raphael, I thought they were gonna fucking kill Raphael. You know what I'm saying?
I thought so too,
Scared.
I thought
that's a movie I remember vividly seeing in the theater, man. That's a childhood memory right there. Ninja Turtles, bro. Or a scene in Beat Black Panther. I'm so confused on MOTU. My brain is not fully functioning. Plus, my girl asked for space. I'm scared. Go back to Lurkerville.
It's a lot to deal with. A lot to take in.
Yeah, bro. No, I can't wait for Wolverine, but I hope we get better DLC skins. JV, my sentiments exactly, bro. Like as long as I
cell shaded.
No, go ahead. Yes.
No, like they like the way that Spider-Man got like 1,000 skins on those games. Do that for your dude Wolverine.
Bro, and you can. He has as many looks as Spider-Man, maybe not as many, but you could, yes, you can pull out as many looks.
Well, they
Wolverine
showed
has
that at
so
the end
many
of the
looks.
trailer, right? Him has Patch, him as like all that stuff. They can do the
Yeah,
Age of Apocalypse. Imagine Age of Apocalypse running around slicing dudes up. You know what I'm
come on,
saying?
bro.
Right.
Big
With one
ass,
hand.
huge wig, crazy. Yeah, like come on, bro. Like that whole shelf. I must have 40 Wolverines, and I never get one that looks like another one. Like every single one of them is different. Like
What's
so.
the one, the Ultimate Wolverine with the red stripes?
Oh, that's from the new Ultimate Wolverine line. So Marvel comics, and I'll just say this, have become pretty much the MCU on paper. And that's because Feige has literally, and comic writers, a specific one in particular, and Feige, they've been not shy about admitting that Feige has literally gone and said, change this about this character, make this character die, do this because we're planning it in the MCU. Comics have never gone by what the movies do. It's the other way
Right,
around.
right.
But it's now, so comics suck. Okay. So I'm just getting into, they do a new sort of series called the Ultimate Universe. And the Ultimate Universe starts out with Spider-Man, who's just a 40-year-old dude. Peter Parker. He's not Spider-Man yet. He's like 40 years old.
Right.
And
This is a
that's when he
different.
gets
This is a new Ultimate Universe.
new universe, a new Ultimate Universe. Thank you. Yes, because there was already Ultimate Universe. I
Right.
forgot. I don't know why I didn't say that. Yes, so obviously this is the second time they're doing a Ultimate Universe, completely different from the first. They're just calling it the same thing. Best thing in Marvel going on. And sadly they ended it, but that Wolverine is from that version. He's like almost like a Winter Soldier is the word I'm trying. He's like a Winter Soldier. But yeah, he's a dope one. The figure, it leaves me, a little wanting. Like I'm not like, it just the mask kind of looks tacked on the end. I don't. It doesn't. They could have
It's
done
almost
better.
like a mini mask. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have done better. But it is a like you said. I mean, like I was saying, it's another version, another skin you could have. But as long as I can make Wolverine look better than they got him looking in that trailer, I think it's going to be my favorite game in a very long time.
All right.
I need that
And everybody,
astonishing
thanks,
DLC.
Reno. Thanks for always having me on. I'm sticking around till about 7 because
Yeah.
y'all mugs talked me into going back to see Masters of the Universe again.
I already knew I was. I was a given. Shit.
It's like I'm gonna go see that now.
Shit.
Got to. I
I
got to see it again. I got to.
Daredevil. What's
Yo,
hey, you don't mind my asking, Reno? You don't mind me asking your other guest here? What's a
Mhm.
good adaptation recently, like last 5-6 years, 2020 onward, that you've seen in the movie theater, not streaming, but in the movie theater? What's a good adaptation?
Of Daredevil?
Just anything.
Or
The
just
Daredevil.
comics?
I like what they did with
Any
Born Again. I
adaptation?
like,
Oh, Born Again. Yeah, I loved Born Again. But are you asking Daredevil or are you asking me about
casting Daredevil.
Okay, yeah, Daredevil. Go ahead.
hmm. Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's hard for me at the moment, believe it or not. Maybe just because I don't, my brain's not working properly. But the 420 will do that to you. Mm,
Uh,
I don't know, man. I mean, I stick to like certain things. I don't like. I mean, because Reno can speak to this. Reno, you remember the whole deal with the whole Batman with Robert Pattinson? Because I'd mentioned
right.
that I'd never watched it, and you and Stu and everybody got me to to watch that movie, and it actually ended up being really good, man. I didn't, I was already like giving it a pretty much an F due to the fact that
Right.
it had Robert Pattinson,
Right.
and I'm thinking Twilight the whole time, because
Right.
everywhere you saw it was damn Twilight. Everything you heard was Twilight this, Twilight that. But I'm just like, I gave it a shot, man, and it's actually okay.
Have you seen anything like the Mario adaptation or Sonic or anything like that?
Nah, believe it or not, I never have. Like
I
I
believe
said,
it.
I don't watch very many new things, man. It has to
Yeah.
really grab me in order for me to, to want to watch it, and I haven't really been buying a lot of like current movies either, really. But just whenever, man, whenever it happens, you just don't never know, just whatever pops up. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you, bro.
But my bad if I really didn't give you an answer there.
No, that was good. Yeah.
Solid answer. I mean, still, yeah. Richard said you
Yeah,
guys
thanks.
likely have a silent international viewership. A lot of our international viewers are very vocal. We got a few homies from Australia that kick it. But where is Richard from? Where did he say? Where are you from? I'm sorry.
I think he's Hawaii.
Hawaii, right? The Aloha. Yeah, that was Aloha. Yeah, Hawaii. So now, yeah, that's. But you're not international, bro. You down? You USA.
I did get a couple of those posters that the movie theater was handing out. But I actually got lucky because they only had like 6 or 7 of them left. I'd looked for
I didn't
it
get any of them
close to my house, but we didn't. I just took the notion to drive out to a different theater, so I just got lucky.
Yeah, you got the sword, you got the castle, all kind. I didn't get no posters, nothing, no swords, nothing.
Yeah, I got. Well, they were giving the posters out for free. You just had to. Obviously, they do them for like every movie. They had them for Michael. And matter of fact, I want to see that. I have yet to see that. So I've seen clips from it.
I mean, if you were a fan of Michael Jackson, like I was, bro. And who wasn't? Who wasn't? But I had the jacket, I had the Thriller jacket and all that in the 80s. I was a little Michael Jackson. I had the poster Thriller on the wall. Like I
still got my shirt, bro. I still got my shirt when I was like 3 years old, man.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael was dope. I liked it. I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it. It was good. It was good. Real good. Kaz said I hopped off the porch early, quit with toys at like 12 or 13. I same for me, and I know a lot of collectors who like kept up with their stuff as kids or even kept buying stuff throughout their life. Like that, I envy that because like I did the same thing as Kaz. Like as soon as I started like driving or getting my license and stuff like that, probably middle school, I guess, 12, 13, like 1990. Because the last G.I. Joes I remember getting were 89. I remember seeing the ones in 90. I remember seeing Desert Scorpion in the store and being like, oh, that's dope. But I don't play with G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I've been collecting them off and on my whole life. I mean, it's never really gone away. It's always been a part of me. That's just how I'm wired, man. That's just how it worked out. And I loved every minute of it, man.
That's cool, man. Because like I missed out on so much. I missed out on 25th anniversary. I didn't even know that happened until after G.I. Joe. I didn't know there was a collector club. Like I didn't know. I really and like all of you might think I've been doing this for years. Like I really started collecting figures in like 2017. Like 2018, really, like really got into it, in probably in 2020. But really, when I started selling off my comic collection, I more got into figures. But it was like 2018, and really, what got me into that was comics, because I also had stopped buying comics. Like comics, I bought a lot too until like Spawn. I remember seeing Spawn in the grocery store.
Yep, me too. I had the first 12 issues.
First 12. Thank you. Same here. First, like I had like the first 15, but I remember going to the grocery store and getting one every time the second one came out, the next one came out, I bought them from the store like that. Like, and I was into it. I was going to the comic shop buying old Spider-Man issues. Hell yeah. Like I was deep into it to a certain age. And then I sold everything and just stopped with everything. And then 2018, shout out to Comics Explained, Rob. Shout out to the Rob Corps. I'm looking at the video of him talking about House of X and Powers of X. And it just lit me up, bro. The way he was describing it, bro, I immediately like went and bought all 12, like at the comic shop. I hadn't bought a comic in 20 years. Like,
I've been collecting them off and on since the mid 80s, but I actually recently sold the majority of them. But I've done that. That would have been the second time I've purged my collection, but I've never really like purged every single book. So I kept all the MOTU books, and I kept some little odds and ends. But other than that, I got I think it was like 23 short boxes I sold. Nothing but keys and books and.
I had about 14. I have 4. I had 14. I have 4 left. KJ, do you collect comics?
Oh yeah, man. I've been collecting the Skybound stuff. I like what I see from the Absolute universe. Well, Absolute, I only collect the trades. I don't really do the singles.
Okay. Yeah, Absolute is basically DC's Ultimate Universe. Oh,
That's
there
dope.
you go.
That's dope.
I
There
don't
you
know if
go.
you can see it because my damn
Hold on, let
phone's
me see.
dying and I've got it on the charger.
Oh,
But it's basically a shrunk down version of the actual movie poster that you see.
yeah. Pulling the power sword from behind. Yeah, no, it's
And I've got the Krispy Kreme donut boxes.
I still got it. I missed out on National Donut Day. You could have gotten a free donut yesterday
Yep.
or Thursday.
Got the Krispy Kreme joints. Yep.
hey, Rich. Richard said, as the new presumed resident goth, you should. Why did he think he was goth? He said,
It's all good.
Kaz definitely ain't goth. Richard said, I am. He said, that's why I suggested. I also, and then marketing is a clever, simple. So I'm not sure what Kaz.
That's the
Kaz
second
like.
channel. If you get the second YouTube channel, that's the second channel.
The second channel. Grandpops was on me too early to quit toys and grow up. That's why I'm collecting now again. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, we're gonna do a show, so stay tuned for this too on Toy Trap. We're gonna do a show about the psychology of collecting, like why grown men do this and why it's largely a Gen X thing. Because there's very good reasons, I think, for all of it. It's a good show.
I can give you a short version with mine.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen to hip hop at a young age. I listened to my cousin's CDs. I listened to my cousin's like CDs tapes and then CDs
Same.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like I said, my parents are old school. I got whooped for listening to one of my cousin's CDs, man. Like it was like Public Enemy, but I was like 10. And my mom, old school church lady, man, rest her soul, but she whipped me. I was like, it just made me listen to hip hop more and just get away with it. Like you discover the headphones and whatnot, right?
Yep.
So by the time you're talking like 95, 96, we're talking Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, whatnot, you know, that's what made me, it was like, you know, I wasn't like trying to be like a hardcore gangster motherfucker or nothing like that, but I was like, I can't do both of these. Shout out to the homies that could, right? But like I'm getting more into Wu-Tang and more into Biggie. I remember losing Biggie. I remember losing Tupac and all that stuff. DMX. By the time it was DMX, dude dropped 2 albums 1 year, all classics. Then you're talking Rough Riders. You're talking about the Locks leaving Bad Boy from Rough Riders. But yeah, it was just natural. I was like, I'm not really doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing like, you know.
Well,
So
all I'm gonna say is I've been hood since 1992 when the Chronic came out.
All right.
Yeah, deep cover.
Classic.
Yeah, 187. Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, classics.
Jeff Rowe Records.
Oh yeah, No Limit, man. No Limit Records.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Cash Money.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Back that ass up.
I remember we played that. I went to a black high school, so we were a hood high school, North Carolina. But we were playing the juvenile, like in marching band. We played hip hop songs. We got yelled at one time because we were playing Crucial Conflict Hey, and once our band director found out what that was, he made us stop. There's families playing. I remember him yelling at us. We would play juvenile, but then once again, you had these ghetto kids in the bleachers, football Fridays, singing "Back That Ass Up," and parents getting angry with us, man. So it's like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I grew up. I went to high school in Florida because I went to because I wanted to be a director, and there was this like the best performing arts video kind of studio program that they had, and it was at a black high school. And so I go to what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. He said, question, I do have things to do. How long are you guys going tonight? Don't know, probably till about 10. But so yeah, No Limit is what made me think of this. So I opened up for Trick Daddy, and I opened up for Hot Boys. I opened up for 69 Boys. Because we got together and hired, like, because I had a friend that knew a record like executive guy, and so we would pay him. He would pay them like 10 grand to come and do a show at the local club, and so we would open up for them because first we started doing our own shows, but we realized nobody's gonna come to a show for people they don't know. how do you get a big crowd that you want to rock a big crowd? You have a big act. So we hired these little small or these acts to do these come and do these small shows in these clubs and shit and open up for them. But it was a good time. Florida was a dope state for hip hop at the time.
That's cool. That's cool.
A lot of cool shit going on in the South. The South really kind of took over in that era.
I mean, look, man, I still give props to New York because I don't really feel like New York went away. I think they were hurting, missing big.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to really work with the South because people just fight. People just fight over stuff instead of just working together, you know? Like I know those tracks with I mean, you would have Jay-Z doing tracks with Scarface, you know, like, or you had all these people like coming together in different places. 8 Ball, MJG, Outkast, all that. But I think New York, they just had to play nice. That's all.
Yeah.
Play
Well,
nice
New York
with the South.
lost. They lost the ball for a minute, and Biggie kind of got it back. Biggie, because it was Dre and Snoop and the Chronic and all that. That's what took it away from New York.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most popular shit in hip hop, and you know Biggie was listening to Wu-Tang. They were listening to Dre and them. Like that's how popular it was. But yeah, like Biggie brought that shit back and brought New York back, and then so yeah, losing Biggie was
Nate Dogg, Warren G.
I mean, rest in peace, Big Pun. You know, but shout out to Terror Squad. Shout out to Dipset. Dipset was huge for a lot of cats.
all the Big Pun, Big L, Biggie.
Yep.
Yeah, and the ASAP, Rocky in particular, all them dudes, they borrowed a lot from the South. You know, they borrowed a lot from the South. You know.
Yeah, the South changed hip hop completely. Like hip hop is a whole different animal now because of the South. And then you know what I'm saying, it started with Outkast. Shout out to Outkast.
What do you guys like right now? I listen to anything the Alchemist does. I listen to. So everything, including Arm & Hammer, Larry June, of course Griselda. You know, like that's just following Alchemist. It helped me like find a lot of new stuff that was happening. Right. Always kept listening to Black Thought. Black Thought from the Roots would do a lot of tracks with Danger Mouse and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Jadakiss. People thought Dipset was going to beat the Locks on verses. I'm like, the Locks never went away, man. They never went away. Styles P, Jada, those dudes never went away. So whenever they drop, I still listen to like that stuff too, and a lot of my favorites.
Yeah, man. Like that's a lot of the shit I'm listening to now is really the cast that I grew up with. You know, like AZ, Ghostface, Nas, Raekwon.
Yeah, the Light Years stuff from Nas and stuff. The dude just keeps getting sharper and sharper.
That whole Mass Appeal 7 project was insane, bro. Like 7.
When he dropped God's Son and he dropped One Mic, I was just like, okay, then.
You still had like the King's Disease, that whole series, and then he had Magic going on with that as well. And now he's got he's gonna do Light Years too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's definitely and he's got the whole comic you know what I'm saying, connection too. If you look at his new stuff now, like the whole, like you said, with the Mass Appeal 7, you know, they got a whole comic series. All the album covers look like comic books. Like, yeah, hip hop and comics is real.
Yeah.
That's cool. Legend Has It.
Legend Has It. Yes, thank you. That's right. Ace's Places. What up, man?
Yeah, what up, Ace? Speaking of the Skeletor Knight.
Oh, what?
Oh, who?
Oh, Ace actually gave me. He's sending me one of the Skeletor Knights from the new Masters of the Universe movie.
Oh, nice.
Well, you know the little kids one that they got out.
Yeah, bro. Wu-Tang was it for me, bro, because like it encapsulated everything I loved. You know what I'm saying? Like you had comics, you had mafia, you know, the whole mafia aspect. Obviously hip hop, kung fu, martial arts, all in one.
Yeah.
Nothing better. He said, I'm rather
I know.
happy to stumble upon you guys. I'm involved in a few film punditry channels. Always looking to connect. Always happy to have new.
Hey, Richard Art,
Mhm.
man, you gotta. I think that's you. I think you got Deadpool and Elmo and Angry Birds in your avatar. Yeah, man, I'll go ahead and follow and check that out. Unless it's just a random different dude, man. Never mind. I never know shit.
Who has it?
There is a Richard's Art on YouTube, but it's a different avatar
Oh,
than what I'm seeing in the stream. So I don't
he
know.
just changed it to He-Man during the stream.
Oh,
It was
okay. So
something
it
else
hasn't caught
before
up
this.
yet.
Yeah, it was something else
Well,
before this.
Black Genghis approves.
There you go. Question: what are some of your favorite soundtracks from the 90s? Soundtracks, like movie soundtracks? Bro, there's some. Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good era, right?
Yeah, a lot of good ones. Shit. Above the Rim was crazy. Yeah, too many, bro. Too many. They were all good. Like all the hip hop movies. My favorite was Menace to Society though. That's my
Yep.
favorite soundtrack probably of all the
Boys in the
movies.
Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really play favorites. I was just there for. Oh,
Juice.
sorry.
Yeah. Remember
Uh-huh.
Juice and Gridlock when Pac did Gridlock and shit. There was quite a few. I bet I'm like Reno. Menace to Society was always my number one.
All right.
Joe Prime, what up? Welcome.
I was
Yeah,
just
Joe
playing
Prime.
"Keep Their Heads Ringing" from the Friday soundtrack, and that was
Yeah,
big
I
because
know that.
that was
Yeah.
Dre and Ice Cube reconciling
Yep,
got
it
the
was.
beef. So that was like really the
Yeah.
first time they had done a project together. So that
Yep.
was cool.
Yeah, I love
Yep.
that shit. That's a classic right there.
Yeah. Menace and New Jack. New Jack was good. New Jersey Drive was a good one. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. A lot of good ones.
Got me reminiscing and shit.
Yeah,
Word,
I'm sitting here
word.
thinking and daydreaming right now.
Well, yeah,
Well,
man.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you have Prince on Batman. You had
Right. Yep.
everything from Method Man to Riddler, U2. Everybody was on that Batman Forever soundtrack. Seal, Christopher Rose. I could
Yep,
bust out
yep.
with that right now. Look into my eyes. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shout out to
Yep.
Jewel. Foolish Games. Like it's like it was for everybody. People didn't discriminate back in those days.
Nope.
It was just a good time. It was a good time to listen to music and everything else.
Yeah. There's just no soundtracks like that anymore, bro. I don't know if it's
It's the
maybe
culture. It's the culture.
Yeah, because I maybe it's me. Maybe I'm old. I'm not part of the current whatever. I don't know, but
No, man, I think streaming really hit music because a lot of people who were able to make a living off of CDs, cassettes, and whatnot stopped. Like that's what happens to your Benny Siegels and what happens to your, this person, that person, and rock too and whatnot, right? So everyone, they don't have time to hit an album track for movies, and movies don't really do that anymore. Like we didn't get a Mission Impossible Final Reckoning soundtrack, with 15, 20 different artists. They just don't do that anymore.
no.
I think the last one
No,
that
you
comes to
don't.
my mind, and I don't know why it's on my mind right now, but Blade Trinity soundtrack with the RZA, the Wu Tang.
Oh, yeah, Ghost Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one I can think of is Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal because Eminem
yeah,
was
I remember
supposed to
that.
play that
Yeah.
role.
Yeah.
And so the
Yeah.
Southpaw soundtrack basically became an Eminem soundtrack with, Bad Meets Evil and D12 and all that stuff. It was basically a Shady Records compilation. But that's the last time I can think of a movie that had a dedicated soundtrack like that, like music from the movie. You have the Fast and Furious movies, but I don't know if those
Venom,
count, bro.
The first Tom Hardy's Venom had that Eminem track that Eminem did for
Venom.
it. Venom, yeah.
Venom.
Danny Elfman, music for a darkened theater. That's a deep cut, Richards.
Danny Elfman, yeah, Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
pretty much defined like that whole. Well, I mean, he was Tim Burton's guy, yeah. So anything Tim Burton did,
yeah.
Elfman.
Think about this way:
The Marvel movies kind of. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Zimmer. Zimmer is real.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these movies now, it's the composer. It's Ludwig Göransson, right, with Sinners and like that kind of stuff, or it's Hans Zimmer. It's that kind of stuff. So it's not really
Gladiator. Yeah.
It's more film music nowadays, right? That's not.
Yeah, I mean, and it depends on the movie, because like if it's Star Wars, then you're gonna get a orchestral soundtrack. If it's a hood movie, you're gonna get hip hop.
Yeah,
right.
It depends on the movie, I guess, but yeah, it has changed this era. They're definitely all trying to ride on that Hans Zimmer.
The F1 movie has a decent soundtrack, and that's all over the place. It has the Tennessee Whiskey guy.
I mean,
it's got K-pop people in it. It has Afro music in it. Like it's all over the place.
Well, I know Top Gun Maverick had a really good soundtrack with Lady Gaga. Because believe it or not, I actually like
the One Republic song. Yeah, that was like their version of their beach volleyball scene when they're playing football instead. They had that song.
Yeah, Hold My Hand. Yeah, Hold My Hand that Lady Gaga did. I actually enjoyed that shit. It's one of
Isn't the Die with the Smile song from the Joker movie? Because Lady Gaga was in the second Joker movie.
Yeah,
she was. Yes.
Is that from the Joker? Hold on a second.
No. Hold My Hand is from the Top Gun. The song she did for the soundtrack.
I'm talking about the Die with the Smile song from with Bruno Mars. I thought that was from Joker 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the Joker 2 soundtrack. I didn't really watch Joker 2 I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I thought but the song came from that. It didn't. It was a different thing. It was from a different album.
Yeah, I never gave a chance to the Jared Leto joint, and I didn't get a damn thing in the whole Joaquin Phoenix version of Joker. Like I said, it's always been Jack Nicholson. I mean, I love the Heath Ledger version from The Dark Knight, but that's about as far as it goes, But it's Jack. Jack's always been number one.
Yeah, I agree. And since '89, since that movie, Joker's always been my favorite villain. Like just the design. People, he's just a psychopath. You have all these other, villains. It's the design, the vibe. I don't know, but I think it's because I was 10 when '89 came out. It was very impressionable. Jack Nicholson killed it.
Yeah.
And then right after that movie, we had like the Batman role playing game. Batman was everywhere. T-shirts, Joker art everywhere. You either saw Joker or the Batman symbol everywhere.
Look, man, I wore out that Batman soundtrack. I wore that out.
Oh, Prince. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Forget about it.
That whole museum scene. Where does he get all those wonderful toys?
Yeah. Ghost Dog is classic. Top Gun soundtrack.
I bugged my grandmother and I bugged my mom that whole Christmas leading up to Christmas of '89. I said, look, I don't want nothing for Christmas except for a VHS copy of Tim Burton's Batman. And guess what was on the tree on Christmas morning? Of course, I already peaked already, one previous night. And, take the little back, did a little doctor and a little surgery, and it was Batman '89 on VHS.
There you go. Well, guys, listen, man. That's gonna do it for us tonight, pretty much. But yeah, man. Bro, thank you guys for coming. It's been a great conversation. We came here to talk about a couple post-credit scenes. Like any good crate dig, once you start pulling the records off the shelf, you realize there's a whole lot buried under there, and we definitely went all sorts of places, and it was dope. She-Ra, Hordak, Etheria, Skeletor, Keldor, whether they all fit or come together, who knows? Master of the Universe has us talking again, and that's what's up. I dig it. And as someone who grew up, in that era, Saturday morning cartoons, action figures on the floor, the golden age of hip hop in the headphones, I gotta admit, it definitely feels good to have He-Man into the conversation. I'm happy to get into it now. Like I said, I missed a lot of it, but I'm definitely about to get back into it, and I'm definitely watching this movie again. So if you already saw it, you're probably gonna watch it again. If you haven't seen it, man, do yourself a favor and see that joint ASAP. It feels a little like finding a classic album that everybody forgot, about. realizing it still just hits, you know, as hard as it did then as it does today. Different generation, different audience, same magic. So yeah, man. Now the ball is in Mattel's court. Seeds have been planted. The roadmap is here. The question is where it all leads, what's going to happen next. So until then, we'll keep doing what collectors do best. We'll speculate, we'll theorize, we'll argue over the lore, we'll spend way too much money on plastic crack. And if you enjoyed the conversation, man, make sure you guys join in every Wednesday and every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Daredevil, KJ, anything you guys want to say where they can find you before we go?
No, not really. Other than you can find me on IG as the name you see. I don't post stuff all the time, but just keep a lookout. You know, obviously I'll be posting up with the Mondo 1/12 scale 2000X Clawful, so be on the lookout for that. And I just appreciate you for, like I always said before, man, for giving me the opportunity to talk about something I've loved all my life, man. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime, bro.
Reno, you always got good people on your panel. Shout out to Daredevil, shout out to Stu and everyone else that was on today and throughout the weeks and months. And you're a real dude, man, for real. I appreciate you, you know. And to everyone else in the chat, man, just be well, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Don't let nobody tell you how to flex. None of this. You know what I'm saying? You do what you want to do. Some people are negative. Richard's Arts was asking me, like, what about the negative? That's on them. The negativity is on them, man. You choose which wolf to feed. So feed the wolf that feeds you back.
There it is. There it is.
Amen to that.
Can't say it no better. Word. And oh, shout out to Destro's Dungeons. So next Saturday we're gonna take a tour of the dungeon, man. This guy has one of the illest G.I. Joe collections like that I've ever seen. Yeah, so that's gonna be a dope show. Yeah, man, tune in for that. Definitely. Destro will see it in. And Richard's Art, man, welcome. Aloha from Hawaii. Appreciate you for coming and chopping it up with us, bro. It was dope. And so yeah, man, remember, whether you're chasing that first appearance, hunting the grail, spinning the classic record, or trying to figure out what post credits really mean, collecting ain't a hobby no more, it's a habit. And we'll see you guys next week.
Be water, my friend.